Hopefully, when did Connor say you join? In like 30 minutes?
Yeah, half
Cool.
hour. So, where are we at with the let's see.
Oh, the UFC fight.
Yeah.
I think the fight just finished. I'd assume Shevchenko won. I think it looks like Bamba might be on his way to win. I don't know.
Yeah, on the Bellator fight? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, looks
I
like
thought he took
we
the
are
second.
live on YouTube.
Sweet.
What's up? I don't know if anyone's on the stream yet, but yeah. So we're at the end of the Shevchenko fight, and then I'm at 28 seconds. 25.
Oh, in the
Bellator.
Shevchenko fight?
No, in
Oh, in the
Bellator.
Bellator.
Yeah.
You're ahead of me. I'm using stream. I'm not watching on TV.
Okay.
So I'm only at 45 seconds.
Okay.
But that's fine. We only got 2 more fights than that. Plenty of UFC left.
Yeah, definitely. Is it 2 more fights? I thought this was the co-main.
This is co-main. So my bad. I meant this one and the main event.
This one's over. This is the 3rd round. So
Hopefully Bamba took it just because we picked him.
Yeah, exactly. I think Rickles won the 1st round, no doubt, but that 2nd round was questionable. And that 3rd round was definitely fucking Bamba right there.
Yeah, Rickles showed a lot of activity there in the last kind of minute with elbows and stuff, but still, I feel like Rickles. I don't know. I don't know how the judges are going to score it. I feel like if I was a judge, I don't know. I'd probably score for Bamba just based off top. I feel like sometimes that's just kind of how it goes when you're a judge.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good fight. I mean, they were pretty scrappy.
Yeah, it was a fun. That 1st round was really fun. 2nd round died really down, but then the 2nd, 3rd,
Mm-hmm.
it was a little bit slow. I'm trying to figure out what the link is to share this fucking stream at.
Oh, the one that you got going?
Yeah, hold on. Let me see if I just make this.
Is it allstreams.live?
I don't know. Is that it? How do you?
That's the one I think I got. I don't know.
Oh. Fuck. I don't. Yeah, I have no clue how to do this. How do we fucking? Goddamn. How do I not know where the share button or anything would be? If I could do that, then it would definitely make things go a little more smooth. Jeez, I don't know what to do here. I might as well just link the YouTube page. That might be a bad idea, right? Just
Yeah, that'd be good.
YouTube page.
Alrighty. Do you have your face cam going?
I have a different camera going. I have like a freaking little mini camera, but it's like only playing through the stream. You're seeing me through my webcam.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's definitely gonna look a little weirder than what it actually looks like on the stream. Fuck. Jesus Christ. This is confusing. I don't know how to get the link to the YouTube page now, just because. Jesus.
Oh yeah, I pulled up the stream on my phone so I can see it.
Yeah.
Looks good.
Can you grab the link of the stream and maybe fucking post that? You know what? I was trying to post on Facebook, but my Facebook is freezing up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The one that you want me to send, the one that I have?
Yeah. Oh, I can do it from my phone. Yeah, I can shoot it from my phone. Close that up. Okay. Hopefully this will fucking speed up.
Here's the one I have going. I just sent it to you.
Cool. Oh, no. I mean the stream for us, our stream.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let me send that to you, too. I can do that real quick. Let's see. Copy. There's the YouTube stream.
All right, thank
Cool.
you. There we go. All right. Now I need to fucking put this on Facebook. Alrighty. Yeah. Well, should I start? Where are you still watching the UFC? Where are we there?
All right. So the fight just finished up between Jeon Kim and Antonina Shevchenko. I think Shevchenko took it by unanimous decision. I didn't see the scorecard. I was so focused, dude. I even exited out of the Bellator fight. Now I'm not even gonna know who won. I think I'm gonna miss it. Or did they already announce?
I'm not even out. I'm out of that too because I'm trying to post this thing to Facebook.
Oh,
So I'm not in that stream either.
here we go. They got the decisions now.
Okay, they're reading them out.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got?
29-27.
Ooh.
29-28 two times. And Rickles takes the decision.
Wow.
10-8 in there. Interesting.
10-8. I could see a 10-8 in that first round. The
other
guy wasn't doing really much. Landed a lot of strikes. They didn't really get, I don't know, maybe not. 10-8 actually is a little bit much because 10-8 would mean that he was like almost out. That the fight could have been stopped pretty close to being stopped.
He had that moment where he wobbled him, but I felt like it was a little. Still, I felt like Bomba was a little in it. Thought he was defending as well as he could. Still stayed on the feet, didn't get dropped.
Yeah, exactly. No knockdown. So I don't think it makes sense to put a 10-8 on that. I don't know if I would even give Rickles the fight. I think the 10-8 was that. Does the 10-8 carry him? Did he get 10-8 and another round, or did he get 10-8 one round? No, because that'd be a draw.
It must have been 10-8 in the first, a 10-9 in the second, and then they must have gave Bomba the third, or vice versa. Maybe they could have gave Bomba the second, and Rickles the third with that activity off the bottom.
See, I kind of like the setup of the what's it called? Of the 1-1 championship where they do it like the whole fight and they judge like the end is more valuable than the beginning of the fight.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think that scoring system is way better. I don't know why. The round system is just kind of it obviously, I mean, it just turns into so many controversies, so many like crazy decisions that you never agree with, and then the scoring of it doesn't really make sense in some of those aspects.
What do you think of pride scoring?
I don't know. I don't know if it would work. I think that would be still better than the round system, but I still think that the one championship system is probably the best that there is. Just because I think it matters a lot more. If you go 3 rounds, it should matter more where you are at the end of the fight than it does anywhere towards the middle. Right.
I do agree with you on that. I feel like a lot of the times the end of the fight kind of weighs more and is more impactful, and sometimes you'll see finishes that come close at the end of a fight where if they lost the first round, and let's say they lost the first 2 rounds but did like just a crap ton of damage there in the third and was coming back almost knocked out the guy, I feel like that, I mean, in my eyes, I feel like that could win the fight.
Definitely. So I gotta hold on. Give me 2 seconds to like type this out so I can like post this to Facebook, and then I'll just focus back on the fights again.
Sure. And, yeah, you're fine, man. I guess.
I get stream back up. I'm not even watching any of the fights yet.
We are live, I believe. Is that right?
No, we're definitely live. Yeah.
Yeah, we're still live. Well, you can go ahead and type. I guess I can talk for a minute. Well, for anybody that's gonna watch or is rewatching this later, we just had our Jian Kim Antonina Shevchenko fight. Shevchenko took the victory there. David Rickles just got a victory over Bomba in the Bellator fight. Now we're off to the main event in Bellator with the fight between Chidi and John Salter, which should be a pretty fun one. I feel like it's a good striker versus grappler kind of matchup. I think it could be a coin flip kind of fight. I took John Salter in that one. I thought maybe he'd be able to get out of the ground and finish Chidi via submission, because that's one thing Salter does very well. Has a lot of rear naked chokes. I feel like that's one of the things he specializes in. Did okay against RLJ in his last fight for the title. Or no, it wasn't for the title. I thought it was, but I think it was a title eliminator. So that should be a pretty good fight. But now we're waiting on the next UFC fight, which I'm not 100% sure what it is. I should definitely pull up the card. Haven't muted at the moment, but the card's been a pretty decent one thus far. We've had some pretty good fights, some pretty entertaining ones. We had a really, really good one just a little bit ago. Um, got the card pulled up. The really good one was between Kevin Aguilar and Rick Glenn. Those two threw down for 3 rounds. Aguilar came out victorious. We had a really good third round, probably round of the year contender. Also, kind of going back through the card just to talk about some of the stuff we have. Joseph Benavidez versus Alex Perez. There was a little bit of controversy there in that fight. It looked like Benavidez had already won the fight via stoppage. Yves Levine had hopped in, the referee. Looked like he was going to stop it, kind of backed off. A few also punches to the back of the head landed for Benavidez to Perez. But kind of went unnoticed. But then again, some of them didn't connect, some of them did. Whatever you want to perceive it as. But then Benavidez ended up rallying back really seconds later, finished the fight over Alex Perez there in the first. Maurice Green also got a very, very good triangle chokeover from Michel Batista. Batista took him down in the fight kind of early on. And from that point, it looked like that Batista was going to be able to hold him, but Green was able to pop up an arm triangle, or not an arm triangle, just a triangle choke from the bottom, and was able to capitalize with it, held it tight, squeezed in. Batista ended up tapping out there. It didn't really look like a whole lot of effort to try to escape, but Batista was kind of in an uncomfortable spot there. So Green got the finish, of course, contended on this season of The Ultimate Fighter. Lee Letson also got a decision victory, split decision, very close fight. In her fight with Stoliarenko. I don't know how to pronounce that, but she pulled off a decision victory there. Also looking down, the Fight Pass card was absolutely terrific. We had 3 finishes. Roosevelt Roberts got a standing guillotine choke, possible submission of the year contender over Daryl Horcher. Absolutely brilliant. Unbelievable. We don't see a lot of standing guillotines anymore. Tim Means ended up finishing Ricky Rainey very, very quick in their fight. First round TKO. Took him down, landed some great ground and pound, finished it there. And the first fight that opened up the card, Rione Barcelos stopped Chris Gutierrez. Pretty solid performance. I think Barcelos is a big future ahead of him in the bantamweight division. Submitted him in the second round. Pretty tentative first round, but ended up capitalizing with the takedown there in the second. Choked out Chris Gutierrez and ended up getting the finish there. So it's been a pretty good night so far, fights. I think that last one, I looked every now and then. Wasn't the most phenomenal thing we've ever seen, but still a pretty solid night overall for fights. And our first of 2 UFC cards, our first of 2 Bellator cards as well tonight. With that being said, Darren Stewart is about to fight Edmund Notverdian.
I just realized I had some pretty sensitive information on Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah?
Yep. Not super sensitive, just like stuff that shouldn't be. Yeah. Nothing too terrible.
On the live stream?
Yeah, just some like pretty minuscule numbers, I guess. Nothing that relates to my bank account specifically, just like my bank specifically, like the routing number of my bank. Like, I don't know why I would really put that up online. I guess.
Shoot, was it on the board?
Yeah, it was on the board, and then a couple passwords, but just like miscellaneous passwords, not important passwords. Just like you'd have to know, you'd have to like read off the shitty. Like this camera's not gonna pick up high quality back there, so I'm not too worried. Right. About it. I'm just like a little bit, like laughing.
Dude, I'm so sorry.
How dumb, like these things I have on my stupid board here.
It's all good.
Oh shit! Well, are you watching this UFC fight right now? This guy, I think it's his UFC. Yeah, it's gotta be his UFC debut, and he's fighting Darren Stewart. I can't pronounce his last name, but he's got a body lock on him. He's going for a double leg. He's got his back here.
What time are you at?
3:50. Am I ahead of you or behind?
I'm a little bit ahead. I'm at 3:35 right now.
Got you. So
I saw Darren Stewart fight in Norfolk, and he ended up getting submitted by Carl Roberson in that fight. But I'll tell you what, Stewart's a pretty good fighter. I like his stand-up. I think he's pretty entertaining to watch. I think he's a guy, even though he loses, I think he's like 1-3 in the UFC. He's pretty exciting to watch.
Oh yeah, I want to also say what's up to Mitch. He's out. He's in the crowd there.
What's happening, Mitch? Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, thanks for joining us in the chat as well. But yeah, the thing with the older generation, I don't even think Darren Stewart's that old, is he? Is he maybe like 28 or 30? He can't
Here,
be
I'll do a
too
little.
old. But
27. His
okay,
birthday's actually a month from now.
yeah, I don't know, because some guys struggle with wrestling when they come from England, but there's a couple of camps that are very fine with it over there in England, like Team Titan. I talked about it last time on trivia, but obviously they got a lot of talented wrestlers there.
That's awesome.
And that
And
new,
Stewart's showing good takedown defense right now.
yeah, he is now, but earlier, yeah, actually he's not been too bad because he hasn't been put in too bad of positions. But yeah, I mean, he breaks off. He kind of eats like the end a foot on the head kick there.
I saw that. I wanted to keep it quiet. I waited for you just catch that little glance. I actually took Edmund in this one. I'm pulling for Stewart. I like his personality. But I did go for the newcomer here in this fight.
Yeah, I didn't really have time to look into this new guy, so I didn't really know much about him. So I picked Stewart just because I felt like he was gonna ride momentum off that first victory, and maybe be aggressive and go forward. I thought he was gonna be aggressive and get a first round finish. That was what I thought was gonna happen.
Yeah, he beat Eric Spicely in that last fight, if
Yeah.
I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Which was his only win. He had that really good fight with Julian Marquez.
Yeah. He what's his face? Spicely. Spicely is a New England guy. But
Oh, is he?
yeah, I've never talked to him though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know. I don't know if what he's doing right now.
Did he get released?
Possibly. Let's
He lost 3 in a row.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, I think it would make sense. I mean, he did have 4 fights in the UFC because 4 fights is the beginner contract. Was it 3?
I believe I thought it was 3, but I could be wrong.
Oh yeah, if you don't have the thing up, it's fine.
Oh, what's that?
The if you don't have the, I thought you had his thing. I don't know why, but I thought you had his record up for a second.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, like on your computer or something. I don't know.
Oh, I can show. I believe.
If you give it a little share screen.
Yeah, there we go. Let me pull that up. All right, here we go. Can pull it up right here. Let's take a look at Eric Spicely's record. Lost to Andrew Sanchez. Got knocked out. Crazy on the Ultimate Fighter. I do not remember that. I haven't watched a lot of the Ultimate Fighter.
Was it a head kick knockout?
I
remember.
don't know.
Does he even have a head kick knockout? For some reason, I feel like I remember Andrew
Eric
Sanchez.
Spicely?
No, Andrew Sanchez.
I think you're right. I thought he got knocked out by one.
Yeah. Maybe it was just Spicely that got knocked out by one.
Yeah.
I'm getting confused a little bit.
He knocked out Anthony Smith, or got knocked out by.
Oh yeah, I was like, what? No, there's no way that.
Yeah.
There's no way that Spicely knocked him out.
Not with a head kick.
Spicely's like a jiu-jitsu guy too. I think he went to train TriStar too. So I don't know. I don't know what to say about him.
Sometimes I have information down at the bottom. I don't know a whole lot about Eric Spicely, but yeah, he's lost 3 in a row, all finishes.
Okay, yeah, there's no way.
Yeah, he's 2-4, lost on tough. Not looking too hot in his favor.
So Mitch is saying if Stewart wins, he could be comeback fighter of the year.
That is actually
TBIH 0-3 in 2017, 2 finishes so far this year. Yeah, if he finishes the guy. Wait, is he 2 finishes so far this year?
let's see. Well, I guess the Eric Spicely one, I think it happened closer to January.
I think Connor's ready to get in the game. Oh. Oh, yeah, no, we're good. Oh, you're trying to share your screen there or what? I'm seeing what's going on. I think Connor wants to get in on this. I think he's ready to join.
Sweet.
I don't know how to let's try to add him here. Oh. Come on.
Take a look.
Hold up. Let's see.
Yeah, this admin guy's pretty active with his takedowns. It seems like that's kind of the only path he's trying to go for this fight. I don't think he wants to risk it too much with Stewart on the feet.
Hold on, I'm gonna give this a little blank screen for a second so I can fix this up.
Cool.
What the hell? I just want to fucking... so annoying. I'm gonna figure out. There we go. No, that was pretty easy. I figured it out. Alright, we're calling him in.
Fantastic. It looks like Darren Stewart's in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, this guy's back here. Nope, not really. Oh, nice guys. He's got kind of... Oh.
Hey, what up?
There he is. What's up, dude?
What's up, dude?
What up? I'm watching this fight between knockoff Tyron Woodley and Ribcage guy, so that's fun.
Knockoff Tyron Woodley?
Yo, look at him.
He doesn't look anything like Tyron Woodley.
You're crazy. Look at that right now in the clinch with his chin on the guy's shoulder. Are you kidding me?
Let's not get into this whole thing.
How am I racist now? Am I racist now?
I don't know, dude. All right, we're putting you back in. All right, we got the boy. How do you officially pronounce your last name?
Deitrich.
All right, we got the boy Connor Deitrich in here. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes, you did.
Along with, of course, Wesley Riddle. We're doing our fight companion stuff. I didn't put up a title. I guess I should do that. What time are you at? What do you got?
Like the timestamp of the fight?
Yeah.
227, 226, 225.
Okay, yeah, you're literally right where I am, so that's perfect. I think Wes is ahead of both of us.
I'm way ahead. I'm currently at 205.
Yeah, you're like 11 seconds, 10 seconds. I'm on my computer, so that's probably why I'm behind.
Yeah, I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
I'm on my phone.
And I'm behind on the Bellator fight by quite a bit.
You're going to have to give us updates on the Bellator fight because I'm not.
I don't even have it up.
Yeah, I don't have it up.
I have the Bellator fight up. I will say that it's just starting between Sauter and Chidi. I think that's Kevin Mulehall as a ref.
Mulehall? Oh, yeah. I think you were like, I wanted to jump in when you were like giving that little breakdown to my intermission so I could post to Facebook. You're talking about Eve Levine, right? That
some of the controversy with that fight.
That was
that was wild.
I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Like, that's a really bad. That's the worst of the worst. That's the worst thing you can do. That's legitimately the worst thing you can do. How do you come back from that? I think you got to take a suspension or like a break or something. You know?
Yeah, I mean it's one thing to, I don't know, step in and not put your hand on the fighter, and then it's a completely different thing to like actually like act like you're gonna separate it and then not.
Puts both his hands on him, like literally like, stop.
Yeah.
And then he's like, okay, I'm trying to get out of here. This guy's like grabbing on my legs. He's half knocked out.
It was ridiculous.
Even if he wasn't half knocked out, like it doesn't really matter. Like if you put your hands on him and you get involved in the fight, the fight's over. It's over. It doesn't matter if you like think you messed up in the moment. It's over. It's done.
Yeah.
You can't just like let it keep going.
I thought Benavidez landed a couple of shots to the back of the head, but I don't think. Nothing you can really do about it.
Yeah.
You know?
Someone said they thought that he was stepping in to try to stop the punch to the back of the head, but he was very clearly stepping in to stop the fight. It was.
Did
Joey
Joey
Diaz?
So Mike G in the comment section is at. Hey, whoa! Who's got that echo? I'm echoing.
Potentially me.
Yeah.
This is my first time using Skype.
Do you have headphones, bro?
I do not. Hold on. My roommate has ones, but they're for the iPhone. So.
You gotta figure out a headphone situation.
All right. Let me try to do something.
Put your thing on mute. Put your thing on mute right now, so I don't echo through your thing.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that. My fault.
No.
You're good, bro.
It's only gonna happen like when you're talking and I'm talking at the same time. But Mike G in the comment section, Wes. I think we gotta talk about this, Mike G. He said that he's asking the question: did Joey Diaz really die?
Last time I checked, he did not.
Yeah, I don't know where you're getting that from. I'm not like a frequenter of the internets though, so like I do like the MMA stuff and like writing, but I don't have time to like go chill. I'm fired for not knowing that Joey Diaz died. Did he die? Someone tell me if he died. I'm asking the question.
Oh, tweeted. Oh, interesting.
Wait, what is that?
Tweeted.
What is this? Yeah, I muted you guys' mics. You guys are muted right now because that was what's going on? All right, dude. Yeah, it does work.
It works perfect.
All right, I'm muted. You guys are muted because you were. I don't know what you were like. I don't know what was going on. Some sort of like underwater attack was like happening right there to us. But we're back.
All right, I'm gonna tweet this out. See if I can get anybody in here.
Oh yeah, Connor.
Good
I think
deal.
Mitch wants to tell you that you're fired for not having headphones.
I just play everything out loud. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's
Not a headphone guy.
It's not acceptable. You're fired.
It's the year 2018. I still don't use headphones.
It's almost 2019. You don't use headphones.
That's true. It is almost 2019.
I'm using a mic, a handheld mic, and headphones. Look at this.
That's why you're the host and I'm just here.
True. Very
Just
true.
a guy. I will say, Chidi is in a lot of trouble.
Oh no.
Like,
I wanted to
mean,
watch that fight too.
I might give this one 10 seconds.
Really?
There's 30 seconds left in the fight,
Is he getting?
and
Oh shit.
it is 100% over.
Oh okay.
John Salter just RNC'd Chidi in the first round. I think that's Salter's 5th rear naked choke in his career.
Now was that
RNC'd a lot
for?
of guys.
Yeah. Was that for an alternate spot on the welterweight
Oh, I think
tournament?
you're right. I think it was.
Because that's a big
Well, it
that's
should
that's a big fight. I thought that was announced as one like way back when they were announcing the tournament. I don't know if they took that away. This stupid tablet. Where did it even go? I don't even know where it went, and it's making that stupid chirp noise.
Oh.
Oh, here it is. I got it. You gotta go, dude. You
Yeah.
gotta stop.
How do I show both of you at the same time? I like seeing people when I talk to them. I'm currently looking just at Wes.
I don't know. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that's something you gotta figure out. Can you see me, Wes?
Only not on this chat. Not in the
okay.
Skype call.
So you gotta tune into the
To the YouTube
yeah.
also.
Yeah. You
Okay,
should.
that works.
Yeah, you might as well. Just
Wait,
do that.
I can't then. Never mind. Because I already have the fights on one side of my screen and this on the other side of my screen.
You don't even need to see. You'll see Wes in the stream.
Oh
too.
yeah, true. Yeah, good call.
I feel bad for Darren Stewart. He's such a grinder, or not a grinder, but like a scrapper. Loves to throw down. It's kind of getting
Yeah, everyone seems to grind him
work in
out.
the clinch.
A lot of people
Yeah.
seem to grind him out when he fights.
God, Francis Barbosa, Jesus.
I feel bad for college kids who don't have FS1 at school. It's horrible.
Do you not?
Oh,
have
do you
this
not?
One?
Not at college, no, dude. It's terrible.
Dude, if it makes you feel better, I didn't have it either for 3.5 years.
I remember you telling me that you had to stream everything when you were at college.
Yeah, dude, I hated it. And then finally I realized like it probably was there my whole last year of college. And then I checked like halfway through because I quit checking. I was like, they don't have it, so I never checked the TV to see if they had it. One day I was scrolling through and Fox Sports 1 popped up. And I'm like halfway through my senior year and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I'm like, we haven't had it forever. And I wonder like how long they've had it.
That's
Probably been for the year,
ass.
but I was like, come on. It was terrible. I couldn't believe it. I had to stream and tweet, and it was so much of a pain because this laptop's kind of slow sometimes, especially when you got streaming stuff going on. And
like if I'm trying to stream multiple things on this college Wi-Fi, it's just easy. It's just not easy.
oh yeah, dude, I feel you.
But I make it work.
Same here, boys.
It's not as bad tonight. Oh, I guess I could turn Bellator on. Is Bellator on Paramount?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just finished up.
Turn that on in the background. Wait, like the whole fight's over? The whole card?
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Never mind then. I heard of like one of those people anyway, so I'm not that worried about it. But
mean, that's disappointing. Again, I'm not surprised. Like, you should
Yeah, I
know.
was
You
gonna
should know who
say
John
you should know
Salter
by now,
is. You should know who Chitty probably is.
and you should know who I am. That I don't know any of those people.
David Rickles. You should know who David Rickles
I've heard
is.
of that person before.
Yeah.
You should know Guillermo Bamba from Demi Lovato.
That guy. You should
Just
know
lost
that
me
guy.
on that.
He just fought. I mean, who else fought tonight? There's a bunch of people on that Bellator prelim card that were really
Oh
good.
shoot!
Is
Joe
tomorrow
Warren
the
fought.
Bad Bellator card?
Oh yeah, it's tomorrow.
Okay.
I
Yeah,
cannot wait to skip it.
that one. There will be no companion to that one.
Between UFC and boxing, that's definitely not the one that I will be watching. Bellator.
I don't even know if I'm gonna. That's gonna be tough. The boxing. It's gonna be boxing, and UFC. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be
Boxing
tough.
will be tough to stream anyway, probably because the bigger the event, the stream's usually shittier and they always get shut down.
So you're telling me you're telling this live audience that you are illegally streaming.
No,
things.
the stream you pay for through the TV.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was saying. The streams you pay for, yeah, they're definitely.
A lot of people
janky.
buy them, so they're slower sometimes.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
how it
pretend
works.
like I didn't share the streaming link earlier in the chat.
Yeah.
West did, or Ed did the same last time. He's like, the stream I'm definitely paying for, as he posted in the chat.
Yeah.
I forget what that
so
was
good.
though. That was Argentina, I think.
I don't know who this Mike G character is, but he's coming hard on this conspiracy that
Joey Diaz died.
What? All right, explain.
Me? Explain?
Yeah, you just said that.
There's always it started, the first I saw was for the weigh-in and live streams, it was always Brian Callen died. That was always the meme. And then in the stream chat that I'm watching, they were saying Joe Rogan died. So it's just like random people die and they just always, like, it just catches fire. It's weird. I don't understand why it happens, but it does.
No.
Yeah, it's not like it's like the first time I saw it with Brian Callen, I was like, oh my God, he died. Like, I was so confused.
I saw that one. That was actually pretty funny.
And then just today in this chat, they were saying Joe Rogan died. And then people were like, don't be disrespectful. Because I think they were saying he died of cancer. They were like, that's not funny. Joe Rogan didn't die. So I don't understand either, but it happens.
People die.
Oh.
So
All right.
So we're hearing this decision.
I've already heard it.
Because I was watching headphones. I mean, I was looking for headphones.
So we got a split decision for Edmund Shabazian.
I'm gonna tell you something here that's really gonna make you mad. Hold on, let me find tonight's official card first. There we go. Oh. Okay, yeah. I have seen two of these people fight live before. Are you impressed?
On this fight card?
On the whole entire card, I've seen two people fight live.
Name the rest of the fights that are gonna happen, because I don't have it in front of me. I just turned my stupid tablet off.
Munoz, Caraway, Macy something, and Panny something. No, Chiasin versus Panny. Yeah, that person. Oh, that's the finale. Okay, and then the heavyweight finale, and then the main event.
So it's understandable if you didn't see.
Yeah, because I don't watch Tough.
Yeah.
I probably should have seen Munoz and Caraway before, but I haven't.
You might as well just watch Ultimate Fighter 1, and then the Ultimate Fighter Rampage.
Actually,
with Rampage with Rashad, that one's fun. Then Bisping with what's his face, Miller, that one's fun. There's a few fun ones, but I didn't watch this. I didn't watch the season out there.
Oh, I lied. I have seen Rick Glenn fight Dennis Bermudez, so 3. Go me.
Yeah.
But no, I've never seen Usman fight live. The only two were Dos Anjos and Joe B.
I think
Dos Anjos and Joe B were the other ones.
Were the only two? Yeah, those two and Rick Glenn are the 3 I've seen fight.
What was the Joe B fight?
Sergio.
Oh, okay. That was probably.
Yeah, that was very recent.
Was that a weird decision? Was that a split decision loss?
It was split, and it was very close.
I'm starting to think that I did not like that decision. That I thought it was.
A lot of people didn't like it.
I thought it was Joe B. I think. Yeah, don't remember specifically that fight. I don't know. It just literally blends in with all the other ones. But whatever. What are you gonna do? Sergio Pettis is definitely not. Who even? What does it even matter? Like even the guy, the commentator on tonight's UFC was like talking about like Joseph Benavidez and I'm blanking on and Alex Perez as if like they were gonna like fight for
the title shot thing.
Title shot, yeah. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, there's no flyweight division in 2019 unless there's some like secret funny. You're gonna keep it around. I don't know.
I like how Joe's trying to keep it around though. He's trying. I mean, I respect that.
Who?
Benavidez.
Oh, I mean, he's
like he was being reasonable.
He's a company guy. Like he's been around for so long that it's
he was saying the other day about how like it's still a young division, and I forget what all he was saying, but he like wasn't being emotional. He was actually using reason, so that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, I like the division. I think if you look across the global scale of MMA, like it's a disrespected division. There's even 115 in Asia.
Is 115 men's a thing?
Yeah, that's a thing. It
is a thing.
They might even have 105 men. I'm pretty sure they have 105 men.
That's insane. How tall are they? 4'11"?
No, maybe. I don't know. but it's just a little skinnier people, smaller frames.
That's crazy. That's so small for grown men.
Yeah, it is. But
I used to think 125 was crazy when I first saw Mighty Mouse. I was like, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, but if you just watch a 25er, compare it to even a 205er, look at the speed difference. There's a massive speed difference, and there's a massive
just preference.
There's also a massive technique difference.
Technique, yeah, for sure.
People who are 25ers have a lot more crisper technique, especially in the punching too. Like the 205er punching and a heavyweight punching is nowhere near like any of the even some of the grapplers. Even I'd say Joseph Benavidez might even have. I don't know. I actually don't notice. I can't say that, but. He's not that great of a striker, but still, you get the point.
Like my sister's fiance, I watch with him sometime. He like loves watching heavyweights, and I'm like, dude, I can't. Like they're powerful, but they throw one punch every 2 minutes. Like I just can't do it.
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, sometimes I'm not gonna watch. If you give me a heavyweight card like this, it's not ideal. It's not ideal that we're watching this all heavyweight card.
I like watching Stipe. I like watching Blades. Cormier's okay sometimes.
Oh yeah, well, I mean I like Cormier. Cormier's one of the actually like very. I mean his wrestling is very technical. He's very strong, powerful, but
yeah,
he's a very. Like, I mean Stipe too. Like those guys are worth watching in the upper weights, but even when you go down there, people are just like so like. It's just like they vary on a scale. So like fight to fight, they could just get knocked out in the first round at any moment.
I like Daniel Cormier every time except for the 15 minutes he fights because he just bores me sometimes.
Does anyone? I don't know. You definitely won't remember this, Connor. But Wes, do you remember like Sean Jordan?
Yeah, I remember Sean Jordan fighting a few different fights in the UFC, also in World Series of Fighting.
At one point, he was like hyped, like really, really hyped. Like he was gonna be like the next UFC champion was like the big thing that they were saying.
He beat Derek Lewis with that wheel kick. Do you remember?
Yeah, that was crazy, but still like.
Or hook kick, my bad.
Wheel kick. He was just one of those guys that had like crazy. He's just a crazy power guy. He's gonna hit you with like something weird, and then you don't see it coming. You're getting knocked out. That's it. It's nothing.
So he's Justin Willis. He was the future heavyweight champion.
No, I mean, so what happened to Sean Jordan is he missed weight in his first PFL fight for week 1 by like 15+ pounds.
Wait, as a heavyweight?
Yeah, as a heavyweight, missed by.
He fought Josh Copeland.
Yeah, he had to lose. I think he like just forfeited the fight because he was 15+ pounds overweight. 15+ pounds. Like
I see that on his Wikipedia page.
Yeah. Yep.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
Who was the guy that? Tim Sylvia, is that his name? The guy that got huge.
From Maine. The guy's
like
from Maine.
Humongous. After he stopped fighting.
Tim Sylvia? I don't think he got big after he stopped fighting.
Oh, it sounds like Rumble Johnson.
Oh no, not like during his fighting. Like he ended up like super heavyweight or something, or is it not Tim Sylvia?
I don't know.
Could have been Tim Sylvia, but there was no super heavyweight.
Not in UFC.
Yeah.
I think it was Tim Sylvia.
Yeah, it could have been Tim Sylvia. Definitely could have been him, but there wasn't in the UFC.
Yeah.
He fought at super heavyweight for a good while, I believe.
Yes, he was. I remember seeing pictures, like a YouTube video that he was like 350 pounds or something crazy.
350 pounds?
He was humongous.
Mhm.
Yeah, here he is. He fought super heavyweight from like 2009 through pretty much till he retired, except for 1 or 2 fights.
Oh yeah. You definitely went on a little too long. Just like a few other fighters that happened to fight pretty recently. But let's go. I mean, I want to go back to the chat here real quick. Of course, no, Joey Diaz didn't die, and we're not going to get into that.
Who's Mitch talking about? Comeback fighter of the year.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mitchell, explain yourself.
Oh, Darren Stewart. Mitch had a pretty good point about Darren Stewart because Darren Stewart's first 3 fights in the UFC was 0-3, and I think I know he had 1 finish this year. I think Mitch said he had another finish, so that would have been, if he even won that fight by decision, that would have been 3-0, 2 finishes. That would have been a really good contender for comeback fighter of the year.
Yeah, what happened with Darren Stewart was he had fought in his first ever UFC fight, Francis Barbosa, and I think he won, but there was like a clash of heads or something like that. So then he ended up having a rematch, lost the decision. Then I saw him fight in Norfolk, Virginia, last year. He ended up getting submitted by Carl Roberson. And then he had that fight of the night with Julian Marquez, got submitted in the 2nd round. And then he came back this year, I believe, or I think it was this year. It had to be this year. He fought Eric Spicely, won that one, knocked out Charles Byrd.
Yes, that's his last 2 fights.
Yeah, unfortunately, he did just lose that fight, but still a solid recovery for him.
I need to get my charger. I'm going back to my room. One of my questions, I don't know if this will spark discussion. It might be a very obvious answer that I just don't know the answer to. Who would have won between Prime Rumble Johnson and Prime Rampage Jackson?
Oh, that's a good question.
I've always wondered that because they were like 2 of my favorite fighters before I really got into the sport, like just casually. I always liked both of them.
That's a hard question. That's a hard question.
I thought Ed would probably have that's a stupid question and a very easy answer, but maybe not.
I don't think Ed wants to spend his time, like the time with his girlfriend, like watching our stupid asses talk about fights. So.
Oh, no. Yeah. I mean, when he's here, I'll ask again and see what he says.
I feel like the majority would say Rumble. I mean,
that's
Rampage,
what I would. Oh, really?
I was thinking maybe Rampage, but I don't know. I feel like that's one of the fights you can't call. I feel like it'd just be both guys just swinging to the fences and somebody's going to get knocked out.
Yeah.
I think, I don't know. I feel like Rumble always had a better chin. So for that reason, it may be able to help him in a fight with Rampage, who, even in his prime, still got hit a lot and sometimes did go down.
Yeah, that's the thing I was going to say. Like, the thing with Rumble is, like, I mean, he might gas out in the DC fights, but that's just because DC is so intense and he can put on a whole another level on a guy like Rumble. But Rampage, I don't think he has that at all. He might be able to land some good strikes, but Rumble has definitely more power than Rampage does. And even
I want to see Rumble at heavyweight so bad. Sorry to interrupt.
No, I was pretty much done. But even if it was a prime, like a Pride Rampage, then I don't think he wasn't even really that big back in Pride. He was like an 85, I think, in Pride. So
yeah,
I don't think he could beat Rumble. No, and I think the prime Rumble would be at heavyweight. So talk about like an open weight fight.
I kind of wish one of Rumble's fights against DC would have knocked him out, just so we could have seen him versus John Jones.
You really don't like DC.
No, I do. I just really wanted to see Rumble versus John Jones.
I mean,
it would have been a good one.
Maybe. I feel like it would just end like pretty quickly. I feel like I think Jones would
just pick him apart.
Yeah, I just think Jones would pick him apart.
Like, I don't know. I just wanted to see it because I don't even know. I don't really like John Jones, and I really like Rumble, and I would like to see Rumble knock him out cold. So that's part of the reason.
I think a big thing for Jones would like try to beat Rumble better than Cormier beat him. So like faster and more dominantly.
Yeah.
So that would definitely be a thing.
One time I lost a follower on Twitter because I was called. He actually sent me a message and said, I will not follow or support John Jones haters. So I was like, okay, interesting. But I mean, I never really said anything bad about him. I'm definitely not a fan of him, but I just stated like a fact or something that he wasn't really happy about, and I guess it upset him. So
Facts hurts. Facts hurt.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can completely love John Jones. Like I just don't see it.
I never have. I don't think I ever will.
It's the same with McGregor for me, but worse for Jones, definitely. I don't know how you can't find a flaw in him. Like,
Yeah,
not a good person.
I think the thing is, most people when they meet him, it's just like when you meet him, they're a totally fine, cool, nice person. But like when you sit on the outside, you just see all the things that happen, and you judge his behavior and like the way he acts. You can't really judge a person the way they talk to you, like when you first meet them.
Oh boy!
You kind of have to judge them off their actions.
Oh shoot, we better watch, Brian. Something's about to happen.
Yeah, y'all better watch.
I am watching.
Tune in.
Brian Caraway
Something
getting lit
awesome
up,
just happened.
but Brian Caraway is a very tough guy. Oh,
he's dead.
he got.
Yeah, you better take that back.
Wow, I mean,
How about that?
I agree with that stoppage. I don't know. What do you guys?
I
think?
agreed. Also,
he was kind of outstanding a little bit.
Yeah, he was like stumbling for like 20 seconds.
Tell you what, that's an awesome performance for Caraway. I mean, that's pretty good. I thought it was a good stoppage.
You mean Munoz?
Or from Munoz. Yeah, I thought it was a good stoppage for him, a good finish. Dude, Munoz is...
He picked him up on his...
Not underrated right now.
I hate when they put him on their shoulders. Oh, my gosh.
I don't think Caraway's a guy who likes that either.
He didn't look like he liked it. I can't stand it.
I don't know. He was pretty hurt. And I think the rep didn't give him a whole lot of opportunity to recover. But, I mean, his body was in a lot of pain.
I agree with the stoppage.
Yeah, there was really no opportunity, but like he wasn't going to move from there. He was stuck there. So
and also the way
to stop it. He was stuck there. He wasn't going to move. He wasn't even trying.
The way that he covered his body, just that initial reaction, especially as a referee's point in that flash of the moment, that's something that you see and you're like, wow, he's actually hurt.
Yeah,
I got to step in and get ready to stop it. So I think that's one thing that a lot of people, especially, I've probably fallen blame to it before, struggle with sometimes, is just in that heat of the moment for the referee, in a moment where, like, the only other one I can think of off the top of my head was, like, Sarah McMahon when she fought Ronda Rousey. A lot of people didn't like that stoppage because McMahon was already questioning the referee, like, why'd you stop it? But her reaction was, like, immediately clinch up when Ronda landed that knee. And the referee saw that and obviously hopped in because she thought for sure, like, when you clinch over and grab your stomach like that, I feel like it's, I don't know, sometimes it's a little misleading. It's hard to tell.
It's not a defensive position, though. It's not a position. It's a position where you're basically giving up because you're surrendering your head, your neck, not really your arms, but like so you can protect your body. You're not in a turtle position. You're not in on your back trying to like play that little guard position game with like the leg locks or anything. You're not doing anything except for trying to cover your body. So yeah, I totally agree. You're like about to get finished if that's what you're doing, covering your body, something like that. So if you're eating a bunch of shots repeatedly to the head, it's totally okay for the referee to come in after 2 or 3. I think he came in after 4, so I think that was plenty.
Yeah,
it's a good stoppage.
Yeah, I thought it was a good stoppage.
Definitely a good stoppage.
I can definitely see why people would say though it was early, but I thought it was just like you all are saying. I thought it was definitely fine in that situation. But that's a big win for Brian Caraway. I mean, if I keep saying Brian Caraway, Pedro Munoz, because his last loss was to John Dotson, but I think he's won 2. Yeah, he beat Brett Johns, and then just beat Brian Caraway in the first round. That's his first TKO, and since Matt Hobart in 2014.
All right, really matchmaker Wes. Who's next for Pedro? Matchmaker.
Oh yeah, I gotta think. Sometimes I like to just not think and like kind of think off the top of my head.
You know what a good promoter will tell you is they don't make fights on the night.
Dana White loves saying that.
Yeah. Well, he said that once, like a year ago, and he's been saying it ever since.
Yeah.
Like, it came up on the top of his head. He's like, "Oh, this is a good one."
I don't matchmake on the night of the fight.
I mean, it's honestly true though. He definitely hasn't been doing that. And It's not a good thing to do. And even if I know other promoters, smaller ones obviously, and they'll say pretty much the same thing. They're not going to do that on the night of the fight. They might
I
be
think it's
thinking,
fine with like the top guys though.
No, but there's a difference between that. They're thinking ahead before that fight happens. They're thinking ahead down the road. That's different than thinking on that night. So if it's a big guy, they probably have plans past that fight, and that's a promoter can do that. It's their job.
Like with Ngannou Overeem, you didn't have to think any longer about that. Ngannou was clearly going to fight for the title next.
No, but yeah,
so that
one
was okay to think about.
But the thing was, like, that fight was for who was going to fight for the title.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, some of them so then like it's not a big deal. But even then, I feel like Dana White's annoying sometimes. But yeah, that one he did say he's definitely going to fight Stipe next.
Well, no, that was like a number one contender fight. Like if Overeem won,
like,
he would have.
Was it officially labeled as one?
It was basically I'm pretty sure.
Like it was probably just common knowledge.
It was like I'm pretty sure they were saying it after the fact, but like they'll say anything after the fact. But yeah, it was a big fight because Ngannou was on the rise and he had just been KOing people, and Overeem, I think he had 2 or maybe 3 wins after just losing to Stipe. I think it was 2, so he was building a case to get a rematch at Stipe. So it was a big important fight at that moment. So.
Did you see what they told Anderson Silva about the fight with Adesanya?
Yeah, I mean, it's Anderson Silva.
He'll get a title shot if he wins.
It's Anderson Silva, though. It could be.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying.
It really could be anything.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. But I feel like they might have just had to tell him not to get him to take the fight because there's not much in it for him.
Yeah, but the thing is, the only thing that's like in it for is Stylebender. He's the only one who really can gain anything from this.
That's what I'm saying. So, like for Silva, they might have just told him, "Hey, if you win, you'll get a title shot," just because he might not have taken this fight otherwise.
But if you think about it this way, Anderson Silva comes in off of a pretty long layoff and KOs or just outright beats a hot guy who's been really. I don't think has he lost since he signed with the UFC. I don't think so. So he's like 3-0. Yeah, and he's undefeated in MMA. So. Yeah. A really good and talented and decorated kickboxer. If he KOs him or beats him, then that's a pretty good case for a top contendership. I don't know about a title shot. That's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah,
pretty ridiculous for a title shot.
Anyway.
Yeah, definitely put
Romero screwed it.
Yeah, but it would definitely put Anderson Silva maybe he probably wouldn't want to fight. No, he's a Cuban. And his Cuban in against a Brazilian. He probably would fight Romero. Mm-hmm. So you could probably make that fight. You could probably do Anderson Silva, Yoel Romero, and then after Gastelum fights for the title, then do the winner of that fight for the title. That could make sense.
I don't think it'd be great if Gastelum becomes champion. I feel like he's a little less marketable than Robert Whittaker and a few of the other guys. Nothing against, I guess, Gastelum, but I just feel like he wouldn't make for like the marketing aspect of things and like the business side of things the most terrific champion. But I don't know, he does have a pretty good fan base in certain areas.
I feel like none of them are that mainstream popular, to be honest.
That's why they're probably doing whatever they can to get Adesanya.
I was going to say he's probably the next one that'll be mainstream popular.
Or Silva. Yeah, I feel like those two are like, I mean, Anderson Silva, of course, is a veteran, so if he wins, they're going to be like, hey, here's a title shot, because if he becomes champion, they'll be like, Anderson Silva's champion again. And then Adesanya, like you were saying, if he's able to beat Silva, he's 4-0 this year, probably the best prospect we've had in like years. I mean, he was my pick for our awards for prospect or rising star of the year, or I guess debutant in a sense. Like he has a big fan base and big following already, so he would definitely be. I feel like that's why they made that fight, because either one that wins is going to fight for the title, and if they can become the champion, then they're going to have a more marketable champion than whoever's current. But I'm a big Whittaker fan, so I kind of hate. But then again, I like basically there's a lot of middleweights I like, so I'm fine with really a majority becoming champion.
Middleweight madness works for me.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of guys in there. Paulo Costa, he's another guy who's probably in the top of the division. Jacare, yeah, he's always at the top of the division. So
if Romero can make weight, obviously.
Yeah. I think you're right about Gastelum. I don't know how deep the fandom is for Robert Whittaker in Australia and New Zealand. I'm pretty sure he's from New Zealand, right?
Very popular,
Yeah.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah, he's
Is
got
he
a
very
big
popular?
following over there.
Has anyone?
yeah, I'm pretty
Have
sure
either
he's-
of you been to Australia or New Zealand?
No,
Oh, not at all.
Do you know anyone from or has been?
no.
Do
Other
we
than
have
you.
we have we talked? No. I'm just wondering because I haven't either.
No. I'm just.
I haven't.
I think from what I see, like on articles and stuff, he seems like he's popular.
Yeah,
over
but
there.
that's not always what you can trust. We need more than that. If we want evidence, we got that and something else.
All right.
Mhm.
MMASucka road trip.
Yeah, we gotta.
Let's do it.
we
Who's
gotta
paying?
fly out. Jeremy, you watching?
Yeah.
He'll spot the bill.
I will say-
Dinners.
Gaslam has a bigger Twitter following than Whittaker, but I definitely want to check Instagram. Not like it matters, but I feel like that's still a little bit of a factor.
Yeah. Gaslam has like the backing of a lot of the people, like the comics in LA, because he's from that area. I'm pretty sure he lives in that area.
Mhm.
And he goes on Joey Diaz's podcast. Pretty sure he goes on Adam. I forget his name. Oh my god, the MMA roasted guy. I forget his last name. What's his name?
Oh, Adam Hunter.
Adam Hunter. Yep. Sorry about
Yeah.
that. Adam Hunter. That guy goes on his podcast too, I think.
On Instagram, Gaslam has 206,000 followers. Whittaker has 430,000.
Yeah, it's not surprising.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, maybe
But
the
one thing I was
the
going to
big
say. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
This will be quick. The big factor with that might be that Whittaker is like a decent looking fellow, and like Gaslam's like a little chubby guy, you know.
Yeah.
One thing I was going to say
Understandable.
was, what if Adesanya would have lost the decision to Vettori? I wonder how that
Oh,
would have
God.
changed his career trajectory.
Dude, I think everything would be so different.
Oh,
I-
for sure.
He wouldn't have
I'm a
got the
big
same
believer-
fights.
I'm a big believer in the butterfly effect, and or not believer. I mean, people believe it. I just love the concept of it. Like how one change can impact so much stuff for
I
the
totally
rest of
would
life.
have.
Yeah, so if one judge scored it for Vettori more, the entire middleweight division would be different.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be getting this fight. Vettori would. Who knows where he'd be?
Yeah,
Jesus.
Adesanya still obviously would be the same fighter, but he wouldn't have fought Tavares, which then he
Mhm.
wouldn't have got the fight with Brunson and then everything else.
Yeah, the whole path would have been so much different. So
I mean, he would have gotten there eventually, just not as soon, obviously.
It would have been 2 or 3 fight step back for
Yeah.
sure.
That's why MMA is so crazy, because anyone can. It shows you anyone can win. Because I don't. If you look at Vettori and then you look at Adesanya, there's a clear difference in,
Yeah.
in skill. A clear difference in
right.
skill. Adesanya has a way higher ceiling in potential. But on MMA, anything can happen. Any fighter can, and they're that close. It's not like Vettori's a bad fighter. He's just more of an aggressive forward pressure guy, more of a grind you out kind of guy with wrestling, but more of just kind of clinch work and trying to pull you down. But it would be weird to see where Vettori would be. I don't know how he would have fared against top 10 guys or even top 5 guys in the middleweight division. I don't think he would have fared well. He probably would have got beaten pretty easily.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like him
I
against
will say-
Jacare, I think Jacare would smash him.
Vittori's sake, the only thing he has going for him is youth. He's still pretty young. He's been able to beat a couple decent guys in his career. Hung in there with Adesanya. Had a draw with somebody, Omari Akhmedov or somebody. I was going to say Antonio Carlos Jr., but I think Carlos Jr. won a decision over him.
I will check for you right now.
But he's still, his losses aren't bad losses. Still a young kid. Has plenty of room for growth. And also is a guy to represent Italy. There's not a lot of UFC fighters to represent Italy, so
Yeah.
could have worked out. If Vettori won that fight, maybe the UFC would already be fighting in Italy. I don't know if the UFC has ever fought in Italy.
I think fighting in Italy is a little bit weird because not a lot
Yeah,
of people go
as in
there,
Amara.
and Bellator goes there, and it's just it's kind of a weird operation when they do it. There's not a lot of fighters in the card. They don't book a lot of big names out there, so maybe it's not big in Italy. Maybe there's not a lot of people training MMA, or maybe there's not a lot of people trying to fight professionally MMA out in Italy.
Yeah, I think Vittori's the only UFC fighter from Italy, and I could be 100% wrong.
There's
I
definitely
just-
definitely people who were from Italy and then came to the United States.
Well, I guess in the UFC, Sakara was.
Yeah,
I
he
don't know
was, but
anybody else.
that was a while ago though.
Yeah, who of course fights tomorrow.
Is that in Italy?
The card tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Italy.
You know
Yeah.
one thing I would like to say about the this Ultimate Fighter business is, can we like just chill out?
Cancel it?
No. Just chill out on this promo stuff. Just chill.
Oh.
Can we get to the fight? Can we just watch the fight?
Yeah. Like we
I
already
don't-
know what's gonna happen.
If you watch the series and you actually want to watch this, like the finale, because you watched every episode, and that would be the only reason why you'd want to watch this, is because you'd seen every episode in the series. Why the hell would you want to watch like literally clips from every episode you've already seen? Why? Why would you want
Exactly.
that?
I don't know.
Now they're warming
good-
up, and aren't they the next fight? Aren't they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why are they warming up? Why aren't they walking out?
I think
I don't
they're
know.
next.
This might be B-roll. They might have like recorded this like a while ago. They do that a lot of the time, where they record it in the back room. They'll just hold it and then they'll play it out on the broadcast. So it could be that. But
I remember the tough season when Tim Elliott won. I had it spoiled for me, like the very first day that like it was like the first or second day they finished filming. I like already found out who won. I was like, you've got to be kidding me! Like, how is this even possible? Somebody I don't even remember, but I saw somebody tweet it, and I was like, you I didn't think they were lying, because it just seemed the way they worded it was a little bit too real. So I was like, well, Tim Elliott is going to win. Great. Now I don't have to watch the season. But I did watch a little bit. The last full tough season I watched all the way through was Tough Nations with Patrick Cote and Kyle Noak.
I just researched that for my Jake Matthews interview.
Oh, did you? That was a
Yeah.
pretty good. I actually liked that season.
there's a lot of good fighters in that season.
Yeah, he lost to
Yeah.
OAB in like the opening round.
Mm-hmm. Yep, that was a really, really good season. It was probably, and I don't think it was too watched, probably because there were no, of course, Americans, and I feel like a lot of Americans are the ones that watch Tough, because that's kind of where it started.
Yeah.
And then,
So if you think about it, I'm pretty sure they might broadcast it on some channels. I think they obviously get it in England, in Canada, but if you think about it, the series, they have specific series probably where, like the specific Ultimate Fighter series runoffs in different countries. That's probably where the ratings were best. Like Brazil, I think they did one in Japan.
Yep.
I'm blanking on the other ones, but like it's definitely where the ratings probably laid the most. So I don't really know why. I mean, I get it makes sense why they did the Worlds, so they didn't have to just like rely on a small fan base in some of these countries.
Mm.
Do you guys think they need to reduce the amount of cards they have in a year?
I've been kind of an advocate of that. I haven't tweeted it a whole lot, but I think it would be more, and I feel like there'd be more anticipation. There'd be more build up. There'd be better cards.
There'd be
The
less
only
shit fighters.
Yeah, I think the only thing that would hurt would be that the fighters. I feel there'd be less contracts, so we'd see
Yeah.
less guys that would be fighting under the roster, which could, I mean, it could help. It could narrow out some of the fighters that aren't deserving, but I mean, like, not deserving. Some of the higher ranked fighters, but then again, I can think of some lower ranked fighters who, like, I definitely want to watch fight every single week. That may not get wins all the time, but they go out there and scrap. So I feel like there'd be flaws. I think some fighters would have opportunities cut shorter, maybe quicker than others. And I think that it would hurt fighters that need the money, but I think it would also help fighters that also need the money that are more successful. I
Yeah.
feel like the pay raise would go up a little bit.
For sure.
I feel like the cards would be better for us and we'd enjoy it more. Then again, I feel like the UFC would probably spend more money trying to promote than find new talent. I don't know. I feel like there's some goods and bads that come with it, but I definitely would like to see it.
I just don't like the whole having people on the roster who aren't American who you only call when you go to that person's home country. Like,
Oh yeah,
let them fight for other promotions while they're not fighting for you or something. Like, if they're gonna fight once a year only when you go to their home country, what's the point?
it's
Well,
like a
no.
lot of the Japan cards.
Well, it doesn't really make sense from a business perspective to have a guy like one of your fighters like using the
Yeah.
prime of their career fighting for a
Yeah,
different promotion.
I just don't like it for the fighters. Like, if they're only gonna get a call, I mean, I know it's their choice to leave, but like, why keep them there and only really ever offer them fights when they're in their home country?
Like
it really depends, honestly. It's some people they don't consider too great of a asset, I guess, so they keep them on the fringe and they'll bring them up. And if they have an impressive performance, then yeah, they'll bring them to other spots. Maybe not super far across the world, but like a little bit farther out of the way.
for me, that's like Song Yadong. I think he's like one of the hottest bantamweight prospects we got, and he's fought 3 times in the UFC, and it's only been when they go over to like Asia.
Yeah,
I don't know if he'll ever come out. Like he's super good, but what is he ever going to fight in the US? I mean, unless he keeps winning every Japan fight and then like ends up beating somebody notable, and then they're like, okay, maybe we can bring him aboard over here. But until then, he's just kind of like absent in the times where he's like could be fighting and could be doing pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm kind of hoping Jake Matthews tomorrow is fighting for a opportunity to fight more than just when they go to Australia, which I think he might be. I think tomorrow's win could put him put him in the top 15 or close to it. I don't know.
yeah.
He,
Depends on the performance.
yeah, if he goes out there and why am I forgetting who he's fighting?
Tony Martin.
Tony Martin. I mean, Tony Martin's riding a good win streak.
That's what, and I think Jake's won 3 in a row since he's been back at welterweight.
Yeah, he beat Jing Liang. He beat
Anzai.
Shinzo Anzai. Yeah,
And Velichkovic.
Bojan Velichkovic. Yep.
So yeah, he's 3 in a row. Tony Martin is, let me check.
I think he's won about 4 or 5 in a row. No, he lost to
I think he lost 1 in there.
Mercier. Olivier Aubin Mercier.
Yeah, he lost to him 2 fights in a row. 2 fights ago.
Mm.
So he's 2-0 at welterweight and 5 for his last 6, but the previous 4 were at lightweight.
That's not too bad.
Yeah, and his last fight was impressive. The knockout.
Ryan
LaFleur.
LaFleur. Yeah. A head kick.
Yep.
Brian LaFleur was a kind of an odd character in terms of what we're just talking about. He was like undefeated. He was pretty hot for a little bit. He was fighting on prelims, but still was a decent prospect. And then
Fought in that
2
main
losses
again.
in a row, right?
Yeah, well, let me see. He fought in that main event against Demian Maia.
Oh,
Which is
LaFleur,
crazy.
Didn't he get a draw or something? Wasn't it like a draw or
No,
contest?
Against Demian Maia. Maia slowed down so bad in the last round that LaFleur got a 10-8. So, like, if it was like a fight to the death, LaFleur would have beat Demian Maia.
Oh, okay.
Maia was so gassed out. I think the referee took a point because Maia, like, just kept falling on his back. Even moments where, like, LaFleur wasn't landing punches, Maia would just, like, flop. Like, in stand-up positions where nothing was happening and he'd just fall down. But,
It sounds like typical Maya, though, so I'm not surprised.
yeah. But it's crazy. LaFleur's beat, like, Ponzinibbio, Court McGee, a bunch of guys.
Yeah, it is crazy because he has, yeah, it's really weird. I don't know how to explain it at all. What do you guys think about this fight so far? Looks like Jason's put it on Kazad.
Yeah. Not strong thoughts.
I don't know much about either. I'm pretty sure Kazad is like a striker, right?
Yeah, she had a good Invicta run at one point, but then lost like 4 in a row or something like that.
I looked at her record the other day, and I didn't look like a very impressive lot of fighters she was beating up in Invicta.
Let me take a look. Well, okay, she lost 3 in a row in Invicta. One was to Tonya Ebinger.
Yeah, that
Not
was
terrible.
It wasn't bad losses, like losses to quality girls. It was like Evinger,
Raquel.
3 UFC girls, wasn't it?
Yeah, Raquel is the
Pennington.
fought for the Invicta Championship last year, and then Sarah Kaufman, not bad, and she's beat Jessie Rose Clark, Milana Dudavea, who's not great, but and then Lena Landsberg, who's in the UFC right now, so she's not too bad.
Yeah. What do we think about like this featherweight division? Like, aren't half of these women just gonna move down to 35?
The division is shit.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Kinzad was fighting 35. She was never fighting 45 for Invicta.
It was made for Cyborg.
Oh,
Kinzad was not a 45er.
interesting.
Okay.
All her fights are at 35.
I'm seeing this develop. What Wes is talking about.
Interesting.
Okay, now I get it. Yep. I thought you were saying about the non-35er thing, but I get it now. It looks like decent defense, fighting the hands, but she's pretty much stuck in this position for 20 seconds.
Fight the hands. That's all I gotta say.
Oh no, you're not.
All
that's
right.
not good.
Oh shit.
All right.
You gotta fight a little more than that. There you go.
Y'all are gonna enjoy the last little bit.
Oh gee.
She good.
Wow.
Yes, she.
Wow. Very, very nice. Very impressive resilience, I guess. But she's getting rocked. I mean, I saw something the other day. I mean, maybe it was today that Gerson, I don't know how to pronounce her name. I apologize. She was surprised that she was like the first overall pick in this tough series for the women. I thought she like destroyed like all the opponents in the house. Did either of you even see the results? Gerson, this chick who's winning right now, just won that first round. Didn't she like destroy all the other girls?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Yeah, same here.
Let's see.
Yeah,
we're talking about
screen, I don't think any of us watch Tough too much.
No.
While we're talking women's 145, do you think Nunes has any chance against Cyborg?
No.
None.
I think for 5 minutes. And
I was just thinking she might have a slight chance based on the fact that Cyborg didn't kill Holly Holm. That was my only logic behind it.
If a smart and intelligent Nunes comes up, like the one that kind of fought Shevchenko in the second time, even though it was kind of, I don't know, a debatable decision, I think she could do decent. But if she goes out there just looking to knock out Chris Cyborg, she's going to get finished either in the second or third round like she has all of her fights because Nunes has never had great cardio. She like almost beat Kat Zingano and then ended up getting TKO'd in the third. I pulled up a record as I talk.
Yeah, I have it up right now too.
The Alexis Davis fight, she was winning and then ended up getting finished late. And then the Sarah D'Amelio fight, she was, I think, won the first round and then lost the next two. Let me take a look at the scorecards. No, never mind. She got dominated.
What are we talking about now?
Oh my goodness. Wow. That was impressive.
Oh, well, I actually didn't watch. So.
The knockdown.
Oh, Chiazon got a knockdown?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
I just think the size is too much for Nunes.
That's what I feel like. I don't know. I feel like her only chance is to knock Cyborg out, and I feel like she's not going to knock Cyborg out. So.
Okay.
Holly Holm's probably a little
smaller
than Amanda.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm watching. A little smaller than Amanda Nunes.
Good Lord.
This is very
Developing.
Okay, maybe it wasn't as bad as I thought it was.
Oh, ew! Her arm just looked nasty, bro.
No, she's got it.
Oh,
she's got the defense.
No.
It just looked disgusting.
No, she's fine. She had the defense.
Oh my God.
She had the perfect defense
Crazy.
there.
Wild. No way.
Wait, is she about the RNC?
Oh no. Oh boy.
Get out.
You're done now. This is not
what
a
a
position you
turn
want to
of
be in with 3 minutes left.
Yeah.
Oh,
And now it's under the
All
chin.
right, boys.
Like, maybe.
Now she's trapped in arm. That was impressive.
5 seconds.
Look at that.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep, there it
And the
goes.
tap. That was
Boom goes
impressive.
the dynamite.
Yay. That was not a horrible women's
Okay,
145 fight.
and then
That was a
then she-
fast turn of events.
Then she choke hugs her. at the end?
Looks like
What do you feel
Yeah,
about a
gonna
choke
feed
hug? What do you guys
they're
feel
gonna
about the
feed
choke
her to
hug?
Cyborg. I don't like it at all.
No, they're probably gonna give her a Megan Anderson.
And then feed her to Cyborg.
They were teammates, so
Who else do
I can see
who
why
else
they're
does she
hugging him
fight?
out. And
Yeah,
Panty's breaking down.
crying.
I don't like this.
Yeah.
Awkward. This is so awkward.
This
Yeah, can we-
it gets more awkward.
can
Give it a few more seconds.
This is can we not have this go on? Can this just not
All
be a
right.
thing?
Huh.
Can they-
Oh, I just saw that knock down. That was vicious.
I wish they could have taken the camera away from that. It's just so weird. Like it's a sport. You're gonna lose sometimes.
Macy started cradling her.
Yeah.
Like,
She doesn't want it though. She's literally turning
Annie-
away from you. Can you leave her
Yeah,
alone?
get away from me.
Can you leave
Groping
her
her
alone?
face. Like what the
If
heck?
I want to fight, I feel like I try to give people their I don't know, time to settle down.
would
Unless
step
they came
away.
to me, I don't know if I'd be able to go up and just be like, "Hey, good job."
Yeah, I would
Oh,
do
no.
like what Machida did for Vitor Belfort. Maybe just not.
That's
Like,
too
private.
much. That's like
Yeah,
that's
I would
that's
just.
someone you
I'm
really
just saying I would stay away. That's what I'm saying, and maybe show respect.
Yeah,
if
if they came up to me, I don't know.
it really depends. It really depends on the situation. If they're like coherent, then yeah, shake hands, be like good fight and
I
everything.
can't stand the picking them up on the shoulders, and I'm not a fan of the whole bow down thing either.
Mm.
Yeah, no, none
Like
of that.
when the winning guy bows down to the losing guy, it's like for what? Just stop.
Well, no, that's different. That's a cultural thing.
No, I don't like either one. Oh, okay.
You just hate cultures and race, dude.
No, I've seen that. Wait, what culture?
In Japanese and more so Asian, like
I have
martial arts, like
100%
kung fu and taekwondo.
I can't remember who I remember doing it vividly. Shoot.
And
Definitely was not nature
bowing is a
first.
big thing in Japanese culture, and Chinese culture too.
Oh, I'm not. I shouldn't have said bowing. The thing where you get on your knees and put your hands in front of your face.
That's bowing, dude.
No, that's not what I consider bowing. But okay.
Praising.
It's a
Yes.
similar thing, though. It's a similar thing.
Bowing. I would say standing and just leaning forward.
Yeah, no, I understand. I get it, but it's a I don't know what to describe that, but it's
Yeah.
a similar thing. It's like in the same
On your-
category.
On your knees, praising the god.
It's not, yeah, but I think they do that for I don't know. I don't want to speak on a limb, but I'm pretty sure they do that for whatever. If they have a master and instructor, I guess
Yeah, I know what you mean.
they do that. But I don't know.
I don't want to sound racist, because apparently I am.
No, yeah, you're definitely racist, dude.
Because I cheer for the black people.
Yeah, maybe
Except John Jones.
maybe just leave it at that. But
Not John Jones.
What
Not Kevin Lee. Also, okay, go ahead, Brian.
yeah, seriously though, you probably don't want to keep bringing that up.
No, I don't like Kevin Lee. Okay, go ahead.
Why don't you like Kevin Lee? Do you not like because of the staph infection? Is that why you don't like Kevin
No.
Lee?
I don't like his very bad trash talk.
I mean,
that's
it did
the reason.
it did rile up what's his face? What's Michael Chiesa? You remember that Michael Chiesa fight?
Yes,
That
that was so funny.
Michael
See, I
Chiesa.
liked Kevin Lee then.
Michael Chiesa.
Yeah, that was cool.
Like,
That made me happy.
legitimately got what was very aggressive in that fight because of all that trash talk, and it wasn't even like a bad trash talk, like super mean or anything. It was actually kind of funny. What he actually said was I don't specifically remember. Something like I know his mama's gonna be there, something like that. His mama's got tickets, something like that. That was funny.
Don't you talk about my mama?
Yeah. Don't you talk about my mom? Don't talk about my mom.
See, I dislike
Calm down,
Chiesa
bro.
more than I dislike Lee, so that was perfectly fine with me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't hate Chiesa. You can't. It's hard to hate the guy when he gets glass fragments in his eyes, all over his face and his forehead. That's he's gonna have scar. He's gonna have a shitload of scar tissue all over his forehead for the rest of his life and in his eyes too. So it's not gonna be good. It's not gonna be a good situation for him.
I'll say Kevin Lee kind of grew on me. As
I agree with that.
time went on, used to hate him. I don't even like the word hate. I used to hate him, and now there's a few people I follow on Instagram who kind of work with Kevin Lee, and I've seen a different side of him, just kind of how he is normal outside of the fight game, and he seems like a pretty chill guy. So I don't know. I feel like from seeing some of that and some of the guys he's fought, I've kind of grown to like him a little more.
Yeah, I like him as a fighter. I think he's pretty talented. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of his trash talk either. I just like take it for what it is, you know.
I also dislike
Yeah.
him because I'm a big Khabib guy, and he's always trash
Oh,
talking
true.
Khabib.
Yeah,
Always.
but that'd be a fun fight. That would be a
But
fun
yeah,
fight.
like he's not wrong. Like what he says is correct.
Maybe
but
with the beating
annoying.
and like dominating
Mhm.
Khabib, but like definitely a fun fight.
Yeah, I would love to see him.
I want to see it also, but I think Lee's one win away, obviously, because Ferguson has to be next.
I think Lee's a couple fights away just because there's such a big clog going on right now. Like,
Oh, I forgot about Poirier too. Yeah,
Yep,
he's probably more than one fight
yeah,
away.
Poirier, and then I think you even put Lee against like Gaethje. I think
I want to see Lee versus McGregor. I don't know how it would go. That's why I want to see.
Some
I
trash
don't
talk
I
would
don't
be
think it
sweet.
would. I don't think it would. I think McGregor would probably beat him pretty easily.
I think so too, but I
He'd
just
snipe him.
there's always that chance. That's what I'm like. I want to see it, and the trash talk would be funny.
Yeah, it's might be tough though if it was McGregor Lee right now. I think it would be a tough fight for McGregor because he just took that huge loss to Khabib and he just got grinded out, and he's probably gonna be really frustrated easily by getting grinded out again. And Kevin Lee is going to grind you out. You just have to pick your opportunities. Like Edson Barbosa picked his opportunity and he almost did it.
Yeah. Oh, that would have made me so happy.
Yeah, so like that's really the game plan you kind of go for if you're a striking first guy who's not really a great counter wrestler or a great grappler on the ground off your back.
Kevin Lee also fought 3 guys in a row that I was like hoping he would beat. So
You don't like Tony Ferguson?
I do
would
not like Tony Ferguson.
I would like to say I'm not at all.
I like
is
Tony
so-
Ferguson.
so
I'm not
cringy.
saying he's a great
So
like
cringy.
personality guy, but like I'm not saying he's a great personality guy, but I love watching him fight, and
Oh,
his
yeah,
jiu-jitsu is
he's
unbelievable.
He's very, very fun to watch.
Yeah, exactly. He's so much fun to watch fight. But yeah, besides that, I mean, anything past that, definitely can't speak for at all.
I love Rage
That shit's
now.
weird.
I kind of hope he beats Kevin Lee.
Who?
Yeah, that'd be fun. It'll be a fun fight.
But
Al,
I don't like. Feel like Al beating him would be worse for like the future of the division because Lee's obviously like a hot young guy towards the top. But I like Rage Al more, so I'm still cheering for him.
The thing about Rage and Al that why I want him to win is because it's so funny. It's so
He's
funny
hilarious,
that
dude.
a real estate broker is just knocking out the top 5 people and then calling out Dana White after every single fight, calling him a scumbag and everything. It's great. It fills me with joy seeing that, honestly. So I always root for Al Quinta. I always want him to win, and I always
Plus,
want
he
him to
already
win
beat
by
Kevin Lee.
crazy faction. Yeah, exactly. That was a pretty good fight too. It was
That
like
was Lee's debut.
yeah, it was Lee's debut. His last fight Al Quinta's Diego Sanchez.
His last fight was Khabib, wasn't it?
Oh, it was. Yeah, it was. He was gonna fight Felder, and then he fought Khabib. Yep. The Diego Sanchez fight, though, that one was just like, ugh. That was like one of the 3 or 4 Diego Sanchez fights where you're like, Diego, stop, dude, just stop. It's over.
And now, I think since Roosevelt Roberts just called out Diego Sanchez earlier. I don't know
Don't
if y'all saw
stop.
that.
People
No,
should
I
stop
thought he
calling him
called
out
Mike
too.
Trinaldo. Or whatever his
Trinaldo
name
or
was.
Trezano?
Not Trinaldo, Trezano. I saw Trinaldo in the comments. Sorry.
Everyone's calling out Trezano for some reason.
Yeah, someone else did. What's his name? Violent Bob Ross, maybe, or the guy who beat Violent Bob Ross.
Bob Ross did. Joe Giannetti called him out like a little bit ago before I drawed that guy at Cage Titans. But
Wait, so Roosevelt Roberts also called out Diego Sanchez?
who?
Didn't West just say Roosevelt Roberts called out Diego Sanchez?
Yeah, he did earlier.
Okay.
So Diego in line for a potential another loss.
I don't think they'll
um,
match Diego Sanchez with him. That's like a young
Who
up
did,
and
who did
comer.
Mickey Gall just call out? Was it Mickey
Who
Gall?
cares? Who cares about that?
Wasn't it an old guy?
Uh,
Unless I'm thinking of someone else.
Didn't he call him Mike Perry?
oh, he did.
No,
No,
I was
but that was
thinking
on
after
Twitter
his
though.
after his last fight. Unless it's someone else that I'm thinking of, but I'm pretty sure it's Mickey Gall.
Mickey Gall and Mike Perry are talking about fighting on
It
Twitter
was
a lot.
Mickey Gall. I thought it was Diego Sanchez. Were they not the same weight class?
No, Mickey Gall and Diego Sanchez are kind of the same weight class because Diego
Like,
Sanchez
Diego can go
floats
both
between.
ways, can he? Yeah.
Yeah, he floats between 155 and 170.
I'm so confused.
Yep.
I'm gonna find this out.
I know that Mickey Gall and Mike Perry are talking big
Yes, he
game
did
about
call out
fighting.
Diego Sanchez after his win
Oh yeah. Now you see. Yep,
over
yep.
George Sullivan.
Now I'm thinking about it for a little bit. Yeah, he definitely did. But it's kind of annoying. Like, stop calling out. He called out Dan Hardy like the last time. Stop calling out like old dudes who don't really want to.
Yeah.
I mean, Diego Sanchez actually recently said, "Oh, I want to fight for a championship." Like, that's totally fine. I'm not going to say anything against that, and that should be everyone's goal if they're fighting. But it doesn't look like he's going to be able to last unless he does. I think his last fight actually, he like out wrestled the guy for 3 rounds. If you do that, like maybe.
Mhm.
But there's
He
no
also
way
said he was going to take out Cowboy next for the whole Winklejohn thing,
Oh yeah.
which wouldn't happen. But
No, I think that would be a good fight actually. I like that fight. If they could do it 155, I like that fight.
yeah, I think
Not that I
Cowboy's
like
done
the-
at 170.
Yeah, not that I like the feud, but I think that's a good fight. Just because not, to be honest with you, neither of them have like at this point in their careers, neither of them have great. Their bodies haven't held up. They've got a lot of injuries on them,
Yeah.
so it's not like either of them are at a massive disadvantage. Because when Diego Sanchez fights like a guy like that Roosevelt guy who called him out, like that guy's 7-0. He's 7 fights.
Yeah.
He's fresh. He's really young. So there's a massive difference between the toll that Diego has and that kid has. So
Mhm.
I think it makes sense. Cowboy Sanchez. I think they were talking
Which is-
about Cowboy and someone else, weren't they? For a main event.
McGregor, Gaethje.
Gaethje. I think Gaethje was the one they were talking about. McGregor was the one he called out like on Twitter or something, but that's
Yeah.
not gonna happen.
And then they allegedly had went ahead and did him versus Anthony Pettis.
Oh, Pettis. Yeah, that's the one I
But-
just said. in chat.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, but I think Pettis. Apparently, somebody tweeted me and said that Duke Rufus said that Pettis was not 100% recovered. So the fight is not official, but they had just talked about it. I don't think they've signed bout agreements for it yet.
Okay.
But it's a possible fight that could happen, but I think they're going to have to push it back from the initial date that they said that it would happen for.
I think they said Cowboy signed, but I feel like he signs every paper that comes across his desk. So
Yeah.
Yeah. How
And
about?
I think with that, Pettis was hurt, so they declined the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that one's off for now. So I
yeah.
guess Ronnie just doesn't have a fight at the moment. So
Yeah. So the bout just I guess you probably know this, Wes, but the bout agreements work like they'll send one person a bout agreement, they'll sign it, and they'll send another bout agreement to another person, and that person can sign it or not sign it. So it's not like if one person signs, the other person did sign
Yeah,
and backed
okay.
out. It's just like
gotcha.
they send them both at the same time, or they send one before the other. Like there's circumstances where they'll send one person the bout agreement, they'll sign it, then they'll go to the other person like, hey, this person signed a bout agreement, you should fight them. Here's the bout agreement. So it's not like, oh, I signed a bout agreement to fight. That doesn't mean that they're actually going to fight. They
Yeah.
both have to sign it. Okay, so did anyone pay attention to either of these heavyweights?
This guy's hair looks like Kelvin Gastelum's hair. I've noticed that. Not
Justin
Justin,
Frazier?
not the one. No, the other one, not the one on the screen right now.
He looks like he's always sweaty. That's what his hair looks like.
The one that, yeah, he does. The other one that was just on looks like Kelvin Gastelum's hair.
He kind of looks like a fat Julian Marquez.
He just looks fat to me.
Justin Frazier.
Yeah,
Yes.
Justin Frazier definitely looks like a fat Julian Marquez.
Maybe there's a thing with being named Justin, being a heavyweight in the UFC, fighting this weekend, and being fat.
What other Justin heavyweights are fighting this weekend?
Justin Willis, very fat.
True.
Casting
Isn't he like
spells on people with
5'11"? Is he 5'11"?
He's 5'11",
Yeah.
and I think he weighs in at 266, but I could be wrong.
Is he the guy with the nickname Big Pretty? Who's that? Is that him?
Yes, that's just him.
Is he the guy? He like went on and before Ariel went to ESPN, he went on Ariel's show, I think, and was like talking about how he was like the best heavyweight or something, the most talented.
He's
I don't know if I believe that.
he took a long break after fighting Chase Sherman and said it was going to be a new him when he comes back, and that's his first fight since then is tomorrow. So
I guess we'll see.
I think he's just going to grind out Mark Hunt.
What do you think?
Win a decision.
I picked Willis to win because I do think he's a good fighter, but I just think a Mark Hunt is done. Not like done like mentally, but just done body wise.
I picked Willis UD. He has hands, but I don't think he has the hands to knock out Mark Hunt. But I guess we'll see.
Well, the thing about Mark,
Juan Espino looks like a heavyweight version of Colin Farrell.
But the
Like,
thing,
I'm not even kidding.
yeah,
I swear. I don't know if
this
you all
wants
see it.
to.
I don't know
I
who
don't know
that
why I
is.
see it. Colin Farrell.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, dude,
name something
he's
Colin Farrell was
awesome
in.
actor. He was in Phone Booth.
Yep,
I don't watch
I
movies.
know
I
Colin
assumed
Farrell is.
I assumed you meant he was a fighter.
I
Oh,
don't.
no,
I don't
no,
really.
no.
I don't really see the Colin Farrell thing. But the thing I was gonna say about I can just quickly. Then we'll go back to the Colin Farrell thing. Fuck. What was I gonna say?
I also forget what we were talking about. Justin Willis, Mark
Oh
Hunt.
yeah.
Oh, Mark Hunt.
Future heavyweight champ.
Mark Hunt is a K. Is like a bit. He was a. Maybe he was a K1 champion. I think maybe. Yeah, I think he was a K1 tournament champion, heavyweight champion. So like he was a decorated kickboxer. But if you watch his MMA striking, it's not amazing. He just shoots for the overhand every single time. You can see it coming every single time, even coming from people who are not. I'm not an expert striker. I'm not an expert MMA striker. It's not very hard to see what he's doing every single time because he uses the same setups every single time, and he's doing it like multiple times per round. He's constantly trying to get you to walk into his overhand right. And no one does. Like no one has been dumb enough to do that for like 3 or 4 years. Oh, Wes is going to run to the bathroom.
Yeah, I didn't. I was gonna say it.
He said it in chat for a reason, you dick. You're not supposed to read it out loud.
It was on the screen though. It popped on the screen.
Oh, it's okay.
So it didn't
Everybody,
matter. Everyone
if
saw
you're
it
watching,
anyway.
I'm going to the bathroom. I'll be back momentarily.
Sorry.
But I was going to say about Justin Willis is that he will probably grind out Mark Hunt, I think, because he trains with AKA, so he's probably a good wrestler by now.
Yeah. When did he go train at AKA? When did he start training at AKA?
I don't know, but I think it was before his last fight, I think his last fight he already was training with them. But I can try to find out.
So if it's like over 2 years, then
I don't know if it was that long, but
a year's a long time, but the thing is it's hard to pick up things.
But is it hard to pick up things to be able to beat Mark Hunt? Because Mark Hunt's not a very good grappler.
No, but yeah, I mean that's just it's true. It's true. It's a hard question. It's a hard question. I don't think Willis is gonna even try to really wrestle him that much because it doesn't take it's not like a bad grappler can take down Mark Hunt because Willis didn't start out wrestling. I don't think he did wrestling in college or high school.
He played football in college.
Yeah, but football is a massive difference.
Oh yeah, I'm just saying he didn't wrestle because I know he played football.
Okay, yeah, so he might have done it in high school, but a lot of football players do wrestle, so maybe he did, but still,
not credentials.
Yeah, he's not a credentialed wrestler, so it's not easy to take Mark Hunt down because he has pretty good counter wrestling and he gets up pretty well, but you have to be a pretty decent wrestler to hold him out. I think it was Stipe who held him out. Who was one of his recent fights? I'll just pull it up.
Curtis Blades.
Yeah, Blades held him down. Blades is a really good wrestler. That's why it
was so crazy.
Blades got
rocked in the first, I think.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he got really rocked in the first.
Yeah. I remember.
It wasn't even like Mark Hunt did anything bad. He kind of waited and walked in on him, tried to pick a spot there. It's just one of those things where Curtis Blades got that warrior spirit, that Bushido spirit, where he didn't die. Came back and just laid on him. And
then as soon as Blades got rocked, he didn't let Mark Hunt stand the rest of the fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's honestly the thing that I think Blades tries to do. I think he tries to stand with you until you prove to him that you can't anymore. He tries to take you down.
Did he try? I didn't watch the Ngannou fight. I fell asleep. Did he try to wrestle?
Yeah, but it was he shot him for a takedown. It was pretty decent, but he got in the leg, but he kind of gave up on it, and so he shot him for a single leg, and it was a pretty good shot because he feinted a punch, then went in, and Ngannou just backed out and moved his hips out, and it wasn't there, so he backed out, and I think I was talking to Ed about it. I was asking him because he knows more about wrestling than I do, and he said generally like when wrestlers in MMA, it's not a big deal to miss your first takedown attempt, so it wasn't like he shot 3 or 4 times and missed
Yeah.
every single time. He shot once and he got rocked like right after that. So it wasn't like he even had time to get his wrestling going. But he should have just grinded it out maybe a little bit more. He could have probably got another takedown attempt in, but still, it wasn't a lot of time. But I don't know why he wasn't from the beginning trying to press. I don't know why you want to stay at range.
Yeah,
With
that's what
Ngannou.
I saw people analyzing that, saying that.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. And even it's not like I don't know if you're watching right now like that, like that,
I'm watching.
like right like that. Like why wouldn't you do that?
Yeah,
Not like that. It's not like that's going to be open for you exactly every single time, but especially not with Ngannou, who knows that he doesn't want to go on the ground. Yeah, he doesn't want to go on the ground at all, so he's going to be very cautious of that. But still, if you pressure, you're still going to have a lot safer opportunities for yourself on the inside, like locked body up against a limb, than you are at range boxing with him, because he's an unbelievable power. Even you could see it in every single fight he's been in the UFC. Unbelievable.
Yeah, even Stipe, he barely touched him, but Stipe's face was all messed up afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. Stipe was like unbelievably rocked. It looked like he was taking everything out of him to stay like just awake.
And
take
but it
him
didn't even
down.
look like he was like. It didn't even look like Ngannou was landing like super crazy shots.
No.
Just that
Oh, well,
when he
eventually.
touches you, it's gonna hurt.
It was the first round, I think. The first.
I don't
like,
remember
the
the fight,
fucking
like-
sweat was popping off him. You could see the sweat popping off, and when you can see the sweat popping off on TV, that's really bad.
Yeah. One of these guys fighting's 38, but I don't know which one.
I think it's Frazier. I think Frazier's been
I
around
would
for
guess
a while.
based on the looks of both of them, but
Yeah.
that's old to being tough. I feel like.
How many live fights have you been to?
Been to 0.
When are you gonna change that?
Are you talking like UFC or like regional?
Just any fight. I mean,
If
you're
there's
now that
anything
you're an MMASucka boy. I mean, you could get into
I don't know
almost any fight
because
that's around town.
where I live, there's literally nothing within. I probably have to drive an hour and a half to just go to the nearest regional promotion.
That's bad, but
And then for UFC,
is it a good one? You'd have to send me the links, and I'd have to look into
I think Ed said it's okay.
Oh yeah, you're in Ed's area, so he knew about it.
Yeah.
It would only be
Ed
worth it
State,
if it's
yeah.
like a very good one, with some good fighters. The
And then, do they do? I assume they do UFCs in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia.
Philly probably.
So that's Philly's like 3 hours, or Pittsburgh's like 4 hours from me. So that'd be my only bet for a UFC.
Yeah. But yeah, it's not a hub place, so they don't really go there that often. They probably go there once every 3, maybe 4 years. So
I wish they do one in Pittsburgh while I was out at school. I'd go to that then, because it's only like 40 minutes from school.
yeah, but it's not always that convenient. I wish it was. Bellator sucks for me because Bellator's 2.5 hours away. I still make the Hodge.
Yeah, I live in the worst area for major sporting events.
I don't even think Bellator goes to Pennsylvania. Well, I can't remember the last time they were in Pennsylvania.
I'm not a big Bellator guy. I watch the big cards. That's about it.
Yeah, but you'll learn this the more that you watch fights, that any free fights are way better than not. And watching it live is way better.
You say free?
Yeah, because you're a press guy, you get in for free.
Oh,
I'd feel like you have to be with Sucka for a decent amount of time, I think, to do press.
If you do a good amount of work, if you put out a good amount of work,
Yeah.
then
That
you
was
can earn
quick.
it.
Yeah, I would have to increase my
Yeah,
volume
there's
of
other
articles.
ways around it. So, I mean, but even if it's a small regional show, it's not as big of a deal as long as people feel like, I don't know. I actually don't know. I shouldn't be talking for this subject because I really don't know. Because when I got with Sucka, I had been covering events. I had been to Bellator before. I've been to a bunch of regional shows before, so I've been doing that before. So I was already like understood that I would be going to events when I got here.
Yeah, I was gonna say who all goes. You go. Matt goes to those ones in down south. Mitch has went to a Bellator. I don't know who else even goes for Sucka.
Yeah, I mean Ed probably would go if there was more events near you guys, and then
Yeah.
Jeremy would go if there was events where he's at. He goes to his event. He goes to events that are in his area. There's one event called Battlefield. What's up, Wes? When did you join
Oh,
back? Jeez.
did you hear me say whoa?
I
I
yeah.
thought that was Brian.
Oh, no, that
Yeah.
was me.
I was
I didn't
watching
even
the
notice
fight,
that
so
it
I
was a
didn't even
southern
look up.
accent.
I popped back in. Got here in time for the submission. What were
Yeah.
y'all talking about?
Covering live events like regionals.
Okay. I
He's
haven't
Yeah.
done
telling me
much.
he's telling me to do it, but there's no regionals worth note in my area. So
Yeah, there's none here either. I mean, Virginia's pretty. I don't know. I wouldn't. I guess I'll just call it lackluster. I feel like we just don't have um, a lot of stuff going on here. I mean, we have some decent fighters that have come out, but none that have been truly successful. Like the most successful is Brandon Vera, of course. Um, Second, probably like Sean Spencer, but he got cut from the UFC, and then Amir Sadala was a big one, and then Sean O'Connell, a couple guys that I mean did pretty decent. One guy who went to the same high school as me, Jesse Riggleman, he fought a few times. I think his last fight he fought in Bellator and he won a split decision over somebody, but then never fought again. Um, but he was another guy. He lost the decision to John Dodson. Got choked out by Luis Galdnot once. Oh, Riggleman beat Farkhad Sharipov. He fights in Titan FC. Um, his last fight, he fought Shorty Torres once. So yeah, not too much here. So I know what you mean. I feel like local stuff. There's depending on where you are, there's not a whole lot. I feel like there's either a lot of activity or nothing really at all.
yeah, I
It's
live in a bad spot for regionals.
Yep. It definitely
remind me
depends.
what you live around.
The middle of nowhere, farms.
Yeah.
Like I'm literally in the middle of Pennsylvania, so Philly's 3 hours, Pittsburgh's 4 hours. So
Yeah.
and
Dang.
then like Lancaster was my best bet, which is like an hour and 15, an hour and a half. They might have a regional thing, or like in New York, which is like an hour and a half, 2 hours. So like I'm really hurting.
Yeah. Let me see.
Yeah. The thing about the big markets for regionals is pretty sure California's pretty big. I'm pretty sure Florida's pretty big. New York has some big
Mhm.
ones. And then New
And
England's pretty
New
big.
Jersey. New Jersey has quite a bit as well.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't. Those guys, I don't know. They got like they're mixed success, I'd say, in the bigger spots. But
Not to change the subject, but our staff picks did very bad in the two tough finales.
so I
Oh
was like
yeah.
gonna ask about a bunch of these questions. Like I don't. Should someone pull this up? Where what are our staff picks at?
We were 11-3 for Shevchenko. We were 9-5 for Stewart, so we were mostly wrong there. I was happened to be correct.
Chevy won,
Yeah,
right?
same here.
Yeah, Wes was also correct. What?
Chevy won, right? Chev won.
Yeah. We were 12-2 for Munoz, so that was correct. We were 11-3 for Canzada, however you say her name, so pretty wrong there. And then we were 13-1 for Frazier, and he lost.
Wait, didn't I pick Jason?
No.
What? Why didn't I? Oh my god!
Matt, Sasha, and Ed did.
Why did I do that?
And then, you know,
So did I pick Frazier too?
Yeah. Patrick
Yes.
was our lone Espino pick.
Darn. Oh, Richie. What's up, Richie? Richie from the regional scene over here in New England, Richie Santiago. He's a top-ranked bantamweight. What's up,
That's dope.
Richie? I know you're watching UFC. I guess everyone's watching UFC this late, but this is a pretty boring card
we had
until now.
4 people picking Dos Anjos. That's kind of surprising.
4 people?
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
He's a big underdog, I think.
Yeah. Jeremy, Mike, Ryan, and Ed.
Yeah, the two analytical boys, Ed and Ryan. So maybe we're all just wrong.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm. Whenever I see Ryan pick opposite from me, I'm like, oh no, I think I have that one wrong.
Ron and Michael.
Yeah, Michael's up in first.
Yeah, they know it all, dude. Nothing will ever compare to my stat picks last year. I did UFC pick'em, and I was in the top 50 in the world.
Really?
Yeah, I killed it
Oh,
last year. I don't know. Do not understand how.
That's dope.
Did you put any money down at all? I gotta stop for a second and also go back to the
college money.
comics, but I gotta say, Mitch's comment says, "Not gonna lie, loving the stash on RDA."
I don't know how I feel about it.
I'm
Go ahead.
I don't know. I kind of like it.
I honestly
new.
missed it. I didn't see it, so I'm gonna have
If I
to
have
wait
to
for a
pick
second.
between fan or not a fan, I'd say not a fan, but it's okay, I guess.
That's understandable. Gives him a new look. I don't think he's ever grown it out before.
I feel like I've seen it before, but it might have just been in the build up to this fight, like in interviews or whatever.
I think I've seen him with a beard, like a full on goatee and everything, but I don't think I've seen him with like a stasharoo. Is he doing the no shave November thing? Well, it's not even November anymore.
Well, it just ended 20 minutes ago for me.
Yep.
Oh yeah, same. We're on the same time.
Yeah,
we're all on the
Eastern.
same time.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I don't know how many people are we like. Do we have West Coast people in Sucka? I don't even know.
Yeah, Mitch, Omar,
and Omar.
Jeremy.
I knew Omar.
Jeremy
I
too.
Mitch was from over there.
Jeremy's on the West Coast.
So Jeremy, but he's from Canada, correct?
Yeah, it's just the Canadian West Coast.
Yeah.
Then
I don't know what part of Canada Tacos is from.
Toronto.
So
okay. Directly above New York, right?
Who?
Yeah, a little closer to us. Right there outside of Buffalo.
Okay.
And Fidel's from the worst state in the country, Florida.
Florida. I thought about going down
Worse
there.
than Texas, you think?
I don't mind Texas just because parts of it are like chill and like open. Nothing's going on, like a nice little ranch area. But it's not a great place, but the people are really nice. So like that's a big difference between Texas and Florida. The people are really nice in Texas.
I have a racism alert in the chat. Mitch says RDA looks like a Mexican gangster. Despite being Brazilian. I think that's racist.
That's definitely racist. I think we might have to kick Mitch.
Blaine would approve.
I think we got to kick Mitch from the... Mitch, you're gone. You're fired.
Mitch.
You're fired, Mitch.
Can't tolerate that, bud.
Yeah.
No, there's no racism in this live stream. Despite having Connor here.
Oh, yeah.
Matt's from Louisiana. What is he? What time zone?
I think Eastern, but could be Central.
No, he's Central.
I'm honestly not sure. He is Central?
He's Central, I think. Because Louisiana's right next to Texas.
Yeah.
Is it really?
I'm trying to think. Who else? Ed, of course. Michael.
Oh, Mitch is Mexican, boys. That's why.
Oh, okay.
So I think it cancels out.
Oh, I did not know Mitch was Mexican.
See, I don't see race, so I didn't know what race he was.
I did not realize how far west Louisiana is. What is wrong?
Yeah, that's crazy.
I literally consider Texas like far west and Louisiana like on the East Coast. I don't understand.
Yeah, maybe you should check out a map sometime. It's definitely a lot closer. It's like literally the next state over.
Yeah, I know.
But I guess the east coast of the east part of Louisiana is pretty far in because it's a pretty wide state. So
Sasha's Canadian, right?
Yeah, he's from Toronto as well.
He's Russian Canadian. I don't know if he's born in Russia or born in Canada.
I mean, like he's in Canada. That's what I meant.
He lives in Canada, yeah.
Toronto.
They're showing the one knockout that Kamaru Usman has, like 3 times.
The whole build up to this fight was that one highlight.
And it honestly felt like Sergio Moraes was trying to roll into like a guard position, like when he was doing that too, because he's like a crazy jiu-jitsu guy. Except never mind. Now that I'm looking at it again, that's not at all what he was trying to do.
Shoot! Update for anybody watching. Very sad one if Nick the Kid is correct. But George Bush Sr. has passed away.
What? Wow. Didn't that happen like a while ago?
He's been in horrible shape for a long time. No,
Yeah.
his wife died a while ago.
Yeah.
Well, um,
He's been in
yeah,
terrible shape.
that's unfortunate. You don't need
That's
never,
probably one of those
you
where
know.
his family's probably saying at least he's not in pain anymore because he looked horrible.
Yeah, I yeah, that's terrible. I don't guess condolences.
Yeah. I
I
can
don't.
say I met his son.
You met
Oh, that's right.
Mr.
I
Boosh.
forgot about that.
Yeah. On a magazine cover with him.
You're on a magazine cover for what?
With George Bush.
For what?
Won a golf scholarship. It
Oh,
was
what
for
you did for
golf related. Yeah.
when?
Went down to San Antonio, Texas,
Oh,
and
jeez.
had a chance to meet him and chat with him, and he was a good guy. Really nice. He's friendly. He was a really friendly guy to talk to back in 2010.
Damn. Do
Yeah.
you still play golf?
I wish. Well, I haven't played for a year, but I used to work at a golf course, two different golf courses. I was a golf instructor for a nonprofit organization. Did a lot of different stuff like that. Hoping
That's
to get back
cool.
into it. Yeah.
You should definitely get back into golf. Me and my buddy tried. My buddy's really into golf. He was trying to get me into golf. I like
I am
golf, but
piss
Oh, yeah.
like
poor.
it's just I'm not very good at it, and it definitely takes a lot of time.
It doesn't
I like
work for
hitting
me
things a
being a
lot more.
baseball player. My swing is bad because of baseball.
You play like
Mm,
club baseball?
yeah.
What?
Are you in the club team?
I hear, yeah.
Yeah, I
I'm
was
just,
not too great at baseball because of golf. My swing.
yeah, I'm the exact opposite. Like I didn't get into golf till I was like in 10th grade, so I've been playing baseball since I was like 5.
Yeah.
So I can't get the hook.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's hard.
I,
Golf is
every swing slices.
golf is such a I mean like kind of like MMA. I feel like golf is one of the hardest sports there is
Yeah,
because I mean like for Tiger Woods or Phil Mickelson or any Jordan Spieth, all the guys that are like good right now, you can shoot the best round of your life one day and then shoot one of the worst the next because it's so
yeah,
inconsistent due to weather, unpredictability, mental thought, processing, swing, pattern, just everything, people, um, conditions, just everything. Everything plays so much of a factor. Yeah, I mean, like golf is probably the most inconsistent sport. It's hard to master.
Yeah, I was gonna
And
say.
even if you have it mastered, you can still play bad.
Yeah, like golf is a very, very mental game.
Yeah. Oh, it's such a mental game, man. I break down sometimes. I play great occasionally, and then other times it just tears me apart.
Yeah, and exactly like it's such a mental game where MMA is like there's a very big mental aspect. Like obviously there's physical aspects in golf and MMA, and there's definitely way bigger physical aspects in MMA than there are golf, but definitely the mental aspect where you're very lonesome in your own head and you have to make corrections and adjustments on the fly inside your own head. Definitely very similar in that aspect.
Mm. No, yeah, for sure.
Okay, so now I'm seeing the mustache, and I am a huge fan. Huge fan of that mustache.
it's okay, I guess.
Dude, I mean, I'm not saying like I would go out wearing that mustache or I'd put that mustache on at all, but like,
It looks like yours. What do you mean?
maybe it's the camera angle. It's not exactly like that. If you could see my whole face,
Yours is
it's
thick
different.
and goes slightly downwards. It looks the
Yeah,
same to
no,
me.
I mean, no, I mean it's similar, but I
The
have
RDA has a
I
RDA
have hair
takes
on
care of his
other.
hair.
Yeah, exactly. That's a big difference, and yeah, that's pretty much the difference I would say. But
There's
it's
not a mop on
groomed.
top of RDA's head.
It's sick, dude.
Oh, one thing I was going to add was that nonprofit that I work for, which I didn't say this, but George H.W. Bush was our chairman of the
Oh,
Really?
organization.
that's
And then
cool.
his son took it over. And then when his son took it over, that's when I met him back in 8 years ago. So that's kind of why the George Bush thing happened. Because who started it, it was in combination with both the Bushes back in 1994. And then also, I don't know if you've heard the name Joe Louis, but he was the son of Joe Louis, the famous boxer.
Okay, I've heard of the boxer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, his son was also another guy that started it, and I've known him for a good long, long time. Um, so they formulated it together had the opportunity to meet Joe Lewis's son. His name is Joe Louis Barrow Jr. That's where I met George Bush and a bunch of other guys in the golf industry. So kind of a bummer because I would not have been in the position I was for basically my whole childhood. Probably wouldn't have been shaped into the person I was today without something that George H.W. Bush created and helped created. So I'd probably be in a different path right now. Probably be shooting for a different field if it weren't for HW. So
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Respect.
Yeah, I never really thought about that. I just kind of thought about it now and was like, well, it's kind of true. Like, had he not been interested in golf and teamed up like that, I probably wouldn't have been into golf. Probably wouldn't have been the kid I am today. I can talk to y'all about that later, the organization and stuff, but it definitely helped me become the person I am today.
It's such a wild like tie together, like for the news to come, us to learn it right now, and then you just had that realization right now. That's
I'm just like thinking about it now and kind of baffled.
yeah. So that's so wild, dude. I can't even.
It's kind of shocked me. I don't know why. Just kind of process it right now. I was like, well, it's kind of weird. First time I've ever thought about it.
So, like you were talking about earlier, like butterfly effect, like small little like interactions or small little change on your timeline makes a huge impact, and
For sure.
that's definitely one right there, like a road that could have switched and changed.
For sure. It's crazy. I don't understand well, I do understand, but like it blows my mind like what would have happened like had that not happened. Probably maybe I might not even be doing MMA, maybe doing something completely different with my life. So
Was golf like the sport like you did from like a young age? Did you start doing golf early?
From 6 to basically still now, I would say.
Okay. Wow.
Let
So
me see if I can.
did you pick up or try other sports? Or were you mainly a golf guy?
Tried a little baseball, but wasn't great, as I mentioned, for the swing.
Yeah. True.
Basketball, I was kind of a ball hog. Wasn't really good at passing. I was a good defender. Same with soccer. I was a goalie when I was a kid, and I was pretty good. But just, I don't know. I wasn't good at offense. I've never been good at offense, and that's all I really ever tried.
You and me both.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna show this. I don't know if you can see it well, but that's the picture with me. I'm up in the top row with George Bush.
Take it back a little bit from the camera.
I'm the third from the left.
A little bit more. Back a little more. Yeah, I don't know. It's like you can third from the left.
Well, I'll just zoom.
Yeah. Oh,
that's my head. You can't really tell, and that's George Bush's head in the magazine cover.
Wait, you? Yeah, wow, that's crazy. That's a young you.
Yeah.
That's a super young Wes.
8 years ago.
Oh
Those
wow.
times are
so this
way gone.
Man, I wish I should pull. Next time I'll bring out a picture of what I look like.
Oh man.
A while ago.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a real weird. I always like have these phases where I let my hair grow into a weird pile of whatever it is. And I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
And then I shave it off, and it's like a decent haircut for like a month. And then I wait just too long, but I'm feeling a haircut soon. I'm definitely gonna get a haircut tomorrow before I go compete.
RDA defended a takedown, Brian. Did you see?
Yeah. That's one takedown, though. I remember what I was saying earlier.
Yeah,
like,
no, I'm just saying.
First takedown.
Like, it looked like Usman was going to just take his front leg easily or whichever leg.
He had his leg?
Now.
He had the leg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he grabbed it while they were in the stand-up, not against the cage, just like while they were in the middle.
Wait,
and then they just drifted back to the cage.
Oh, wow. Usman's got good striking right now.
We can talk about this fight now. We can move on and chat about this because pretty good so far. I think you'll see something right about now.
Okay,
yeah, I just saw it. The takedown.
Yep,
yeah.
Pretty easy, too.
Usman's strong, dude. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, and his striking, it was definitely not orthodox.
I think he'd beat the brakes off Covington, honestly.
Oh, 100%. 100%. Because he does what he does better. He does the forward pressure better than Colby Covington.
That's why I think Usman's the biggest threat to Woodley.
Yeah, I think that's might be the next biggest threat, like just on paper, like the style wise. But I don't know if that's gonna be the fight, just because of the perceived numbers wise. I'm sure it'll be
Oh, it's
fine.
definitely going to be Colby next.
Oh yeah, no, that's
Mhm.
announced. It's all been announced. I'm pretty sure, right?
Yeah, Dana said he's hoping for the January card, maybe.
Yeah, I'm thinking like after that though. Like that would be the next challenge after, because I don't think Colby's gonna beat Woodley at all. That's not
No,
that's not even gonna be an option.
no.
It's gonna be, does Woodley finish him, or is it another tepid decision?
Hopefully he finish him.
I feel like he's gonna finish him,
I think he will too.
just because like he didn't get punched in his last fight, and he was on recovery, like on the recovery process, so he probably wasn't even like 100% recovered off of his surgery and off of his injuries. So now he's probably right around 100% recovered. So he's
And Colby punches are not Darren Till punches.
yeah, exactly. He doesn't have great boxing defense. He got outboxed by Damian Maia. Like his face was beat up. He got beat up by Damian Maia. It might have been his game plan to get beat up by Damian Maia, but still, like he had bruises all over his face.
Usman is huge. I never even really realized.
Yeah, he's really long limbs.
Speaking of long limbs, I hate how reach is advertised as wingspan because you don't ever reach with both arms like extended to the side.
Uh,
I think I should just put wingspan 74 inches. Just a preference.
I get what you're saying.
Because you don't like you reach with one arm, not both arms.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. But
They should either call it wingspan or measure one arm and call it reach.
it's always been reach, so
I know it makes sense.
it's been reach in boxing.
Yeah, it sounds better than
How
wingspan.
dare you? How dare you try to change our terminology, dude? Wingspan. I think
It's a basketball thing.
yeah, it doesn't really matter in MMA really. It kind of matters in grappling. No, it does matter actually. That's a stupid
No,
thing.
because your arms are the same length.
No, but the wingspan matters, like in grappling. So if you have wide shoulders.
Okay, yeah, okay. I was thinking more of the length of your actual arm, not yeah. Okay, I
Yeah,
understand.
but if you have long arms too, that helps too. If you have wide shoulders, long arms, then you're at a great advantage for grappling, because you can wrap people's
Oh,
hips up very easily.
There must be a big elbow or something coming here. We heard that ooh.
just
Oh,
Fix my
the up
camera here,
kick.
guy.
yeah, that was about it.
There we go.
Pretty I guess expected first round.
Yeah, I was gonna ask before it started. Do you guys think this will be boring, or do you think it won't be that boring?
It's pretty interesting right now. I mean, I had a little camera issue, so I had to fix my camera, so I didn't get to see
Mm.
like a minute of that. But
Well,
the
my
what I
roommates are
was
back and
watching.
drunk.
Oh,
Uh,
Hopefully,
don't give us any
hopefully
other
not
names.
loud.
Don't even.
No, I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, because you probably shouldn't
I'm
even
just
said
giving a
that.
warning in case
Because
there's sound coming in. That's all I wanted to say.
I think I know
mm.
how. Yeah, no, but
I think I don't think Usman like. I mean, I can see why people think he's boring because he implements a style, but his style works, and give him respect for it. So he's pretty good. I mean, I don't dislike watching him fight. I know some people aren't a big fan, but he's just got a good kind of style. I don't know.
I
He
like his
sticks to what he does.
I like
You
his
know.
wrestling. Like when he can actually like take you down, when he's actually working and chaining his wrestling, then I like watching Usman. But there's certain moments in, I think his I can't remember the Meal Meek fight. Like when he made that 30% comment, like obviously that
Yeah,
was out of context, but in that fight, like he was just kind of sticking in positions. And if he was really that injured, like it makes sense, but that's definitely where he gets a lot of the crap from, because that was a big hype fight, and he talked a lot of crap. So did Emil Meek. He talked a lot of crap. There's a lot of attention on that fight. So I get what you're saying. It makes sense, but I like watching Kamaru Usman fight. I don't think he's a boring fighter.
Mhm.
And the
Oh,
thing
for
about
sure.
boring fighters it's kind of weird. Like there is boring fight.
yeah. Lay and pray.
Yeah, but not even a lay and pray, because lay and pray you're doing something. There's people in MMA who will legitimately take you down, just work for a takedown against the fence, and then just pressure you, like at the jiu-jitsu tournament. Like in jiu-jitsu, that's what you're supposed to do. Hold your opponent down and kind of try to keep them there as long as you can, and get into dominant positions. But this MMA, it's not about that at all. You're going to get stood up if you stick in one spot for way too long and don't do anything. So that's really what a boring fighter is. A guy who's working for a takedown or taking you down constantly, that's not really boring.
Did you consider Woodley boring against Wonder Boy?
The first one, no. The second one, I watched after the fact when it was already ruined for me, so
Okay.
it wasn't very interesting. But like, Rogan made a point about that fight, saying that like, in the moment of the fight, it was both guys, from like knowing the fight before, like both guys, anything could have happened. So it was kind of like exciting, just wondering when somebody would shoot. I wouldn't call it a good fight, but I'm sure it would have been a decent fight. Definitely not something I would have been happy with, because it was the headline, right? That card.
Yes.
I don't think I would have been happy as a headline.
209 maybe.
Yeah. Yep. I think it was.
It was supposed to be. It was when Khabib was supposed to fight Ferguson, then pulled out the day before.
Oh yeah. That was shitty. That's a fight I want to see. That's the fight to make.
100%.
I think everyone's talked about it, like even Dana at this point. So hopefully, hopefully it just comes together. This is a strategy that I don't think enough people use. Maybe a lot of it has to do with positioning the top guy, but it's the elbows. If you can get your guard, if you can get them to be pretty low, like your guard pretty high on their shoulders and near their armpit and their arms, elbowing from the back is really effective. Even Michael Bisping, I think GSP said it on Rogan's podcast. I don't mean to bring up Rogan a bunch, but he even said like the most danger he was in, the most rocked he ever felt in that fight was when he was getting elbowed on top
100%.
by Michael Bisping.
He was all bloodied up, I believe.
Yeah.
I think he was cut open.
Yep. Oh, this is going for Kimura. He almost has it. This is pretty good Kimura.
I'm trying to keep it quiet back since I know I'm ahead.
Yeah, he almost had that. I think we were talking about this in the chat the other day. That armbar, not really an armbar, but like that kind of Kimura trap, back trap. That's gonna be on. Oh,
I'm nervous. I did not want to spin a tap. No. Oh.
Oh wow. Oh, perfect defense.
Wow, that was nice.
It was nice.
That was beautiful.
I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, once Usman got out of that arm trap, Kimura, I knew the arm trap with the legs. I knew that he wasn't gonna get caught with that, because if you're gonna break out of that trap with the legs, then it's a lot easier to break out of the Kimura when you're in a different position. That when you're in that position, you have a lot of leverage and a lot of control over that guy's arm and shoulder. So it's a lot easier to bend their arm back and pull it kind of out of the socket, or even break the arm.
Oh, some little high kick action. Oh.
Mitch says that Usman is a boy. I mean,
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, I would definitely say he's definitely on the line for me. I wouldn't say he's not, but I wouldn't say he is.
I'm fine with a consideration.
Exactly. I'm on the same page.
That was a good end of the round.
So this is a fun fight. This is a fun fight. And honestly,
I'm liking it.
RDA has done pretty decently thus far against this forward pressure. He's had his moments. So I don't know how you guys scored it, but I think it's 1-1. I think Usman had the first round. Yeah, I think RDA clearly had that second round because of that Kimura.
It was by far the biggest moment of the round. There was a little more inactivity that round from Usman too when he was on top.
And RDA hit a few nice elbows from the bottom.
Yeah, the elbows from the bottom were really nice.
Yep.
That knee they just showed was decent. Oh, the elbow out of the clinch though.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, RDA hasn't been against the cage as much as I thought he would be against the cage.
Yeah, see, that's the game plan when you fight RDA. It's you put him up against the cage, and you make him try to work for an underhook, and then you punish him to the body. You punish him to the body. It's not easy.
He's been just so impressive at welterweight so far for being so small. Not that
Yeah,
he's so small.
He's not
but
super
like,
small. I'm pretty sure he's the same.
lengthwise.
He's the same size. He's a pretty small reach.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he's like an inch or two shorter than Colby Covington, which is not that much bigger than somebody. 2 inches is not that much bigger. Oh, they're just trading body shots.
Right
that was like a Don Fry Takayama trading in body shots, even though they traded headshots. Yeah.
Just vicious. Wasn't that Don Fry's like last win before he went on like?
I think it might have been. Yeah, he had a shitload of losses.
I think he lost like 5 in a row or something crazy.
But you can't hate Don. Don Fry is a forever boy, forever
after
legend.
That, he went. Let's see. He lost 3, had a no contest, lost another, 1-1, then had a draw, 1-2, alternated loss win, and then lost 2.
Yeah, because that Takayama fight was like after his early days in the UFC. He was like a full-on pride. Yeah.
Good Lord, that was so fun to watch.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see it live, of course, but going back and watching it, jeez.
Yeah, I still have a lot of prides to go through, but Pride is definitely one of my favorite. The earlier ones are, I think someone was saying it, the earlier ones are definitely not that great, but the Bushido ones, honestly, the Bushido cards are great. You should check that out, Connor. Add that to the list.
Okay.
Bushido.
Long list, but maybe I'll
the
get
Pride
there.
Bushido ones, specifically the Bushido ones.
Yeah, on UFC Fight Pass, not sponsored.
Yeah.
Hold up. Whoa.
Oh.
Oh, never mind. That's not something I should pay attention to right now.
Tell you what.
What's up?
RDA is setting up the same thing. You're going to see it in a minute.
Oh, wow. He is.
Trying to set it up again.
We already do see it, yeah.
This must have been something RDA really, really practiced.
So, in terms of a strategy-wise, when someone breaks out of a submission attempt where you have a very dominant position, I think it's not smart at all to continue going after that same submission attempt.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I said, when you had the arm trapped, that's the best position you can have for Kimura. He was against the fence. RDA's head was against the fence. There wasn't a lot of space, but still. So the pace is definitely slowed down for RDA.
Yeah, yep.
I thought I noticed that on the stool form, but this is super clear.
Usman is just so much bigger. Oh my gosh. Like that takedown RDA just tried for, or whatever he was trying to do, just got overpowered.
Yeah, I don't know if I agreed with that. Is he talking about an eye poke or something?
Yeah, I don't know why he's pointing at his face.
That was a good timed scramble, I guess. They're both tired, so gotta stand when he stands.
I still want to see RDA versus Ponzinibbio at some point, but I don't think if RDA loses this, I don't think it's going to work out.
How do you think that would go?
I think they'd have some good exchanges. I think RDA shouldn't be counted out. He has some good power. I don't know. I think it'd be pretty close. I think Ponzinibbio has a better cardio. Probably the better combinations for Ponzinibbio too, but I think RDA could land some of the bigger shots, especially earlier on. Ponzinibbio seems to be more calculated, rely on the technicality. RDA seems to sometimes. I mean, he's got good power too, but he likes or good technicality too, but he likes to rely on the power quite a bit as well.
Yeah.
So I
Pons is
think it'd be pretty
impressive.
good. That was a pretty. This is a pretty good fight. Pretty good fight. I'm liking it.
I think the future of this division's pretty loaded.
Oh, dude, I was talking about that at one point. Looking through some of the fighters, some of the roster, and like, you've got so many guys like coming up through the division. From trying to think of guys, like Zaleski dos Santos.
I was gonna say, yeah,
Jesus,
for sure.
dude, he's on a roll right now. I can't wait. I hope he cracks into the top 10 someday. And you got Ponzinibbio on the rise. You got Bilal Muhammad.
Okay, so
if you're counting Usman.
I was a little sorry. Go, keep going.
Jeff Neal. Jeff Neal's a big one too on the rise.
Platinum Perry. I'm just kidding. Leon Edwards.
Leon Edwards looking great. Last loss was Kamaru, and he's fighting right here.
Yeah.
So sorry. So who do we think won that last round?
Usman.
Usman probably.
I didn't catch the last 2 minutes. What do you give me a quick synopsis? Last 2 minutes of that round.
I saw Usman get touched once or twice. I remember that.
They stand
spot. Yes, but then he jabbed RDA right back, and they just stopped then.
So RDA's nose looks a little busted, right?
Yes.
Huh.
But no, I think
this is a pretty good fight. I wouldn't say this is like a fight of the year candidate, but this is definitely a fun fight.
Yeah, it's fun.
The early rounds carried
more
it.
entertaining than I thought.
Yeah, definitely. The early rounds carried it, though, I think.
Hopefully we can add Jake Matthews to that list after tomorrow, Wes. I'm hoping.
It'll be good.
I think it's going to be a good fight.
I think it will.
Is Jake Matthews ranked?
No. I think maybe he could be if he wins impressively tomorrow.
Yeah, I was going to say, I know you're talking about that in your article.
You edited for me, that's right.
You posed that kind of question, but
I always do that, just try to hype it up a little more.
No, that's good. It's not a bad
Jesus.
thing. Yeah, I think I'm drawing a blank. Who is he fighting again?
Tony Martin.
Yeah, I think he needs an impressive performance. He's had a few decisions, and I get it's hard because he's one of those guys who's a tweener for the weight class.
Yeah.
He's not
I think
70
he's
guys.
standing at 170 now.
But yeah, I think you even kind of pointed out in your article too. He has grown. We've even seen him in the UFC grow. I remember even seeing his last fight, being like, "Oh, he's a little bit bigger."
Which you don't see often with UFC fighters.
Those combinations right there.
It really depends on the age, though. I think there's a lot of very young fighters in the UFC now, but it really depends on the age.
Anyway, Wes, yes, that was impressive.
Manny Bermudez is he's gotten pretty big now.
I was going to say those combinations made me think of Kevin Holland in the first round when he fought John Phillips last week.
Oh, yeah. I didn't catch
kind of piecing them up.
I still have to go back and watch those, the prelims. I missed those.
Oh, from last week?
Yeah, from Beijing. I missed those.
Really, dude, definitely go back and watch. Really, really good card. There was no fight that was not worth watching. I don't think. Maybe one.
Really?
I wouldn't even say one. I think every fight was worth watching on that card.
There was quite a few fights in that card. There was probably like 17? They usually load up those Asian cards.
Oh, the Blades and Ngannou card?
Yeah. That was the Blades and Ngannou card. But was there a few extra fights? I think the main 12. Card there was just 12?
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm thinking that.
Good.
Yeah.
The decisions were fun. The finishes were great. It was a really good card. I feel like people would lean like a pay-per-view as a card of the year, but I feel like that was a contender. It definitely was a contender in my eyes. It was so good.
Mitchell liked that card. He stayed awake for all of it and everything.
Yeah, I was awake. It was super good. Definitely get back and watch some of the finishes.
The main card. I watched the entire main card. That was definitely a good main card.
Man, oh yeah,
it turned out like a little bit better than usually expect for those early cards.
Mhm.
But they're in a completely different time zone. I always kind of like think for a few seconds every time. I'm like, oh, they're fighting such a weird time. They're probably like all messed up. But no, they're fighting on a somewhat normal schedule. It still might be a little late, but it's not like they're fighting at 9 o'clock in the morning. So Usman's just putting a beating on him, and this
Yes,
is like
he
what I
is.
thought was gonna happen.
Yeah, there's no way RDA takes the next round.
No.
He just didn't have enough gas. This is what happens with basically anyone who can take him past round 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Mitch, I know you fell asleep. Weren't you doing results and then you just
And he was like, "Oh shoot!"
didn't update results? But yeah, I mean, this is. I think. Do you think Usman will finish? He might finish in the 5th, maybe. I don't know.
I think he could.
The
If
way
he's
he's
not
beating
fighting
down
at
there now, he
30%.
can. Yeah.
You think he's gonna, if he wins? I mean, I'll assume he will. You think he's gonna make a 30% joke?
I
I
think,
wonder who he'll call out.
yeah, I hope he
He's gonna
doesn't.
call out.
I hope he doesn't make a
If he calls
30%
out
joke.
anybody, I bet he's gonna call out Ben Askren.
That would not be a bad fight.
I would enjoy that because I think he'd beat him badly.
Yeah, I honestly think that Usman has decent enough wrestling. Like, obviously, Askren has a whole nother level of wrestling. I think he could give Askren a little bit of problems on his feet. Just because Usman's not a great striker, obviously, but we see him now. Like, his striking's really improved.
Are you guys with the rest of the group chat thinking that pretty much every UFC top 10 welterweight beats Ben Askren?
I don't know about
Not everyone. Can we name all the top 10? I don't have it in front of me. Oh, geez.
Till.
I'm sorry, Mitch. Mitch put a bunch of stuff in the chat. I did not check
I was
on it.
talking to him some.
Oh, okay. Got you.
I think Askren could beat Till stylistically.
RDA, Wonder
Yep,
Boy. I think
100%.
Wonder Boy kills him. Usman. I don't know how he'll do against Lawler.
I think he beats Lawler.
You think?
Yeah, I think he could beat Lawler. Stylistically, Darren Till, Lawler. Wonder Boy has a good takedown defense. Lawler has shown good defense.
I think
Lawler's shown good takedown defense, but it hasn't been against like great. He hasn't fought a lot of wrestlers.
Grapplers, yeah.
Yeah.
Hans, Maya, Masvidal, and Edwards round out the top 10.
I think he could probably beat Maya.
I think he
if
beats Masvidal too.
I forget who, either Tacos or Ed said that they think Masvidal would just completely box his face off.
I think if Damian Maia could get Jorge Masvidal down and hold him down for 3 rounds, I think Ben Askren could do it.
I'm kind of excited for Masvidal and Diaz.
Mm-hmm.
Is that official?
Yes.
That's a great fight.
I think that's going to be a banger.
I still want to see.
I'm like surprised they're not friends. How are they not friends? Those people.
I didn't very similar. What you two just said. What'd you say, Wes?
Yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I was wondering about Alex Oliveira. He's fighting Gunnar Nelson, right?
Who?
I think you're correct.
Alex Oliveira. Dude, I want to see Alex Oliveira fight Stephen Thompson. I feel like they just
that would lead to a vicious knockout. Either way, someone's gonna get viciously knocked
Oliveira, like just bombing in or just eating a bomb.
Exactly.
It would force Stephen Thompson to throw a little bit more.
Exactly. It's like Stephen Thompson needs to fight where he's fighting a 4 pressure guy. He can't fight a guy who's gonna be sitting on the edge of range.
Mm-hmm. The only guy that did was Rory McDonald, but Rory's so calculated he couldn't land anything.
Yeah.
He took too much time.
And I think Rory is a smart fighter, and he knows how diminished his body is from all the injuries, because he really can't take a lot of shots. I've said this multiple times, but Rory's a guy who is really young in terms of his body's actual age, but his fight age is 10 years, maybe even 15 years plus what it really is. Realistically, when you think of his career, he has 4 more years at best.
Oh, for sure.
There's no way.
Gaethje.
Gaethje's the same way.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And he might even break down faster because he's had
Because he's in the division of killers.
God, I feel bad because Gaethje at some point there's gonna be like one shot that like changes the course of his whole career,
Yeah.
and then once that happens, it's gonna be downfall.
Maybe like he just did the James Sick potentially.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Someone does it back to him.
Oh boy.
And I think even for Rory McDonald, like he's fought some pretty tough guys in Bellator, like Carvalho. No, he didn't fight Carvalho. He fought what's his face, Lima. Did you see his leg when he fought Lima?
Yeah.
Oh,
that was
Rory's-
like
oh,
Uriah Faber, Jose Aldo.
I want that rematch, to be honest.
Faber Aldo.
Oh no. Douglas Lima versus Rory McDonald.
Yeah, me too. I want that rematch too. But
I love that fight.
that was like not an easy fight at all for him. Like he really could. He could barely walk. And then
it was so bad.
And then he got beat up. He got really beat up by Gegard, TKO.
Yeah, I was gonna say Moose killed him.
So
RDA's ear might be messed up again. I don't know. It looks like it's bleeding.
yeah. So if I think he just has bad cauliflower ear. So
Well, I remember it was messed up against Colby. It was like starting to get ripped off or whatever. You remember that? He
they
had to get
popped.
stitches.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That was probably a really bad case. I thought you were talking about just his cauliflower ear popping.
No, he against Colby. He's like he had to get stitches
That's disgusting. That's
to
so
like keep it
disgusting.
on. It was really nasty.
One of the more disgusting things too was Robbie Lawler's like lip just ripping open at that Roy McDonald Robbie Lawler too after that title fight. That
Crazy
was
fight.
so
Oh my goodness.
that was one. Yeah, that's definitely a top 5 fight for me.
I'm gonna screen share for a sec.
Yeah, go ahead.
What does that mean?
He's gonna show
is.
his computer screen.
Oh, okay.
Bam. From that Rory Douglas Lima fight. It was on my mind. Check that out.
can't-
Oh my
Nope.
lord.
Whoa.
Vicious.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Yeah,
that's
man.
disgusting.
That is so disgusting.
That's crazy. Look at that picture.
That
That's
is
gotta
disgusting.
hurt.
Oh my
It was
god.
crazy. It was
Kind
an
of like
absolute.
Gilbert Melendez against Jeremy Stevens.
Mm-hmm.
That was nasty.
Yep.
Oh man.
That was the first bad leg chopping I've seen live, and it was disgusting.
I'm honestly surprised that Usman did not finish here. He's getting elbowing. Oh
Vicious.
my god, that's after. That looks like he's wearing a second leg. Like he put a leg suit around his leg.
Oh, that's just terrible. I feel so bad.
Yeah, man.
Are you guys watching with sound on? Any of you?
No.
I was gonna say I didn't know if it would come through the stream or not.
Mine's on, but it's low.
Mitch.
I just wanted to know if he's gonna call
Roy
anybody out.
McDonald. Who is calling?
That's true. I can be able to listen.
We can check on Twitter. Someone will tweet it.
Move of the fight.
What's going on?
Oh, they're showing the move of the fight.
Michael DeSantis says 50-44.
Do you want to pop back? Are you showing some us on Twitter?
I think he's just tweeting. Probably his score.
Okay, you want to end this screen share?
Oh,
Guy?
yeah. I was gonna tweet.
I assumed you were just tweeting your score update.
I was gonna take. Yeah, I took his because I was gonna change one more thing. I didn't see it that, but I saw it 50-44 probably, or 49.
So
No, 40.
So I had round 2 for RDA, and that was the only round I had. Can't hear you. Wes.
Yeah, I was gonna say the second round,
sorry.
if any.
Yeah.
So what, 49-45 maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Would that be the math for a 10-8 and then RDA winning a round?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. 44 would be a 10-8, right?
Yeah, but if RDA won one, then it'd be back up to 45.
Yep.
I don't like 10-8 rounds where the other guy wins a round. It just the score always confuse me.
I don't like math this late. It's 1 o'clock. I can't. It's 1 o'clock on a Friday too. Oh man, wild. You boys have anything planned for the weekend? Anything fun?
I'm going to the Steelers game Sunday.
Ooh, that'll be fun.
That's why I probably won't be around for the Blaine live stream.
Yeah, I'll be trying to choke people out, so I won't be doing that live stream either. What about you, Wes? You got anything planned?
Nothing really. I'm just gonna watch the fights tomorrow night. Sunday, hopefully do some stuff here and just sleep, relax a little bit.
I'm gonna be sleeping for a while tomorrow, probably.
How's the job? How's the job going?
Oh, for me,
Yeah.
pretty good, man. Enjoying it downtown, trying to work hard a little bit, try to get some money here and there. I really like it. I like what I'm doing. I like the people I'm working with. It's really fun.
You have any crazy maybe you probably can't reveal things.
I can't really reveal too much, but
never
there's
mind.
some
I won't
crazy
ask.
stuff. Yeah.
But that's good. How's school going for you? I was just trying to get some. How's school going for you, Connor? I don't want to leave you out there. What are you at the very end of the semester?
Yeah, first semester, freshman year.
Oh, wow. That's your freshman year.
Yep.
How would you grade college 1 through 5?
1 through 5. I was gonna say 6, 1 through 10. So I guess 3.
3. Not that big of a fan. A lot of work.
No, I'm talking like the downtime. Like I'm not social, so I have too much downtime.
Oh.
But I just get bored sometimes. Do you guys see the official scorecards?
Yeah, they were whack.
What were they?
50, 43, 49, 45, 48, 47.
48-47, I can't see at all. I can't see 48-47.
43 and a 48-47 in the same fight's just weird.
You know, earlier in this fight card, there was it was a Bellator prelim I'm thinking of, so never mind. That's not true. But the Bellator prelim, there was like a 30-27 on both sides. Like I think it was.
Yeah, how does that even happen?
I don't. MMA judging is so weird,
like,
man.
Unless they're all legitimately that close, which is unlikely.
I mean, the fights are close, but it can't. I don't understand how you could think one person is like dominate. Like two judges could think that two different fighters were winning like a fight dominantly. How could two judges think a different fighter?
Well, 30-27 is not necessarily dominant. Like each round could be very close.
But they won 3 rounds.
Yeah.
It's just dominant in the sense that you won 3 rounds.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, so unless there was like literally each round could have been decided by like one punch differently.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But
that's why
it's unlikely to happen.
Yeah.
I posted one time in a group chat, or maybe I tweeted it at some point. I don't know, but no one saw it. Of course, I was talking about like MMA judging is so misleading when you see a scorecard because of that exact same reason that you were talking about.
Yeah.
Because
I remember you saying this.
I could like a 30-27 for one fighter that you score could also be scored a 30-27 for the other fighter depending on the fight. So, but if it's announced the way that you don't see it, you're going to call that a robbery no matter what.
Yeah.
But it's like, well, every single round was close. If you scored it just for the other fighter because of a different reason, it's going to take you a whole different path. So, yeah. I don't know. It's just kind of, I feel like that all of that plays in a factor with decisions, and sometimes there are robberies that people say that aren't robberies, and more debatable decisions. I don't know. It's
like, would you say Cejudo Demetrius Johnson was a robbery?
I don't say so.
For me, no. I think some people did, but I thought it was a close fight. I don't think that should be classified as a robbery, especially for the amount of people that disagree about it. If so many people disagree about it, that shouldn't be a robbery. That's people just debating about a fight that could have gone either way. I feel like the consensus was, of course, more for Demetrius. And first time I watched it, I scored it for Cejudo, but I've gone back and watched it. I scored it for DJ, but I don't think it was a robbery. I just think it was pretty tight.
Yeah,
I just don't like the.
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead, Brian.
No, you go ahead.
I don't like the idea of. It was a close split decision. You shouldn't win the belt because of that. Like, if you win the fight, you win the fight, and then if there's a belt in the line, then you win the belt.
Yeah,
exactly. I don't like the idea of scoring it differently because it's a title fight.
Yeah, I agree. I think that was a tight fight too, but I just think the big thing that Cejudo won that, if he did win that, would be effective grappling, and I don't think he had effective grappling comparatively to DJ, because DJ had escapes. He was getting up off the ground, and when when he wasn't getting up off the ground, it's because he was being held in positions and just being like locked down. There's a lot of times where Cejudo was just to have like a deep body lock around his hips and was just like digging his head into his chest, not even letting him like move. Like that's like a neutral position kind of, because no one's striking, no one can strike, and no one can move from this position. No one can pass, no one's passing, no one can stand. Someone's gonna have to Cejudo's gonna have to let go of the lock, or he's gonna have to move his head or his chest in some sort of way for anyone to move out of that position. So I don't get how you could. I would say it's a robbery because I don't agree with Cejudo winning at all. I don't know. I mean, I get what you're saying with the. I don't know. Maybe it's not a robbery because it was a close fight, not a robbery. But I just totally disagree with Cejudo winning the fight. I think
when I watched it the first time, I had it 3-2 Cejudo, but I've only watched it once, so I'd have to go back and see.
Yeah,
it's definitely. I changed it second time.
When I watched it live, I think I had it 3-2 DJ, but I mean I haven't watched it back yet. I don't think I'll change my mind, but it's definitely a good fight to watch. I'm trying to think of another close fight that was pretty like controversial. People thought
GSP Hendricks, was it even close? I don't know. I never seen that fight.
I thought Hendricks took it, but it was close. It's been a while since
everybody says Hendricks won.
I guess, but at the same time,
I've seen that mentioned with like biggest robberies in sports history and everything, which I don't know if it's that extreme, but
it's not that.
It was not that. No. Okay. When you see something like that, they leave out all the fights that aren't big named, because there are a lot of like smaller name fights that like for sure they just missed out. That's just putting that in there is going to draw attention. I don't think it was that outrageous, but it was definitely something I thought Hendricks won.
Yeah, and I'm not even that like that mad that he didn't win, because he's like just, it's been proven, I guess, not maybe proven, but he was roided that entire time. Like he didn't really deserve to win that fight anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Do you guys agree with the whole regional fighters win the controversial decisions more in their hometown thing?
Absolutely not. No, because the regional judges are just like. A lot of regional judges, the reason why that there's a lot of controversy, I guess, if you look into those scenes, there was controversy in my scene over in New England just last month at Cage Titans, but the thing is, these guys are just like, they're just working out. They're just beginning to start judging fights when they do the regional scene.
I worded that wrong. I don't want to interrupt your rant, but I meant like UFC fighters fighting in China or in Australia, and like the other person's not from the same hometown.
Oh.
You know what I mean?
No. Like, so what happens with that? The factor is the crowd. So a loud crowd can sway you just in terms of your deep inner opinions. I don't think a judge has an internal bias, except maybe Hendricks Bisping too. That one was a little bit sketchy. But again, I think you could bring that down to the crowd too. So Jordan Terrazah wants to know who won. Kamaru Usman won by unanimous decision.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when has Hendricks fought Bisping?
Yeah, you mean Hendricks Lawler too?
Me?
Yeah.
What did I just say?
You said Hendricks Bisping.
I was gonna say, when did that happen?
I meant to say Dan Henderson. I'm gonna say Henderson.
Okay.
Henderson Bisping too.
Henderson versus Bisping.
Yeah.
I think Bisping's face after the fact contributed to that also.
Well, yeah, I mean, there was two clear knockdowns. I mean, you could have got 10-8. You could have got 10-8 on both of those rounds.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was not a close one too. So I mean, I wasn't too disappointed that Bisping won that one.
Also shows how Mike Bisping clearly was not the best middleweight while he was the middleweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
But again, MMA is not about being like the most talented, the most like skilled,
just any given night,
physically shaped. Yeah, it's about being the smartest, and it's about being the best guy on any given moment, any given night. So, it's even more impressive that he's not like physically imposing, very strong. He's very strong actually, but not very fast. And he was at the end of his career, so he had a lot of injuries. He had the eye injury, which seriously like brought him down. He could only see, I think he said he could only see like 20 to 30% of that eye. So
Kamaru Usman eye.
30% eye.
30% eye.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Do we have any final thoughts? We got it's pretty late. We're at 1:14 over here.
I think a year from now, Usman will be the welterweight champion.
I agree with that.
I'll third that just because then if we're right, we can take this clip.
sound really
in a year.
smart.
Oh yeah,
Take this clip in a year from now, and then we'll just throw it in next year, and then it'll be we just all predicted it.
yeah.
And if
Be
we're
nice.
wrong, the 7 people watching won't have this screen captured, so we're fine. They won't.
Exactly.
They won't call us stupid.
We'll just delete this. We'll edit it out. All right, boys. Any plugs?
All right, fellas.
Nope. Plugs.
I'm not a plugger guy. I don't
Nope.
mind.
Yeah, you gotta plug your social media.
Oh, I have to? That's a
No,
requirement?
I mean, it's not have to, but it's what you should do.
Okay. Twitter,
6 people
at
watching.
@cdeitrich22. That's the only really social media I advertise things on.
Cool.
So,
Wes?
there you go.
Yeah, for me, just all that MMA on Twitter, and of course, all of our writing over at MMASucka.com.
Awesome.
Check out MMASucka. Good stuff.
Yeah, check out MMASucka. And thanks for sticking with us. Pretty good night of fights. And we
Yeah, no
are going to
problem.
get out of here, boys.